I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세차 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세차 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter. 지금부터 시작이야 한턱에 money calls 오지게 되려면 한턱에 money make the moves I've been getting it now 아디랩이 미쳐버린 범인 아니니까 하더라봐 한 미래로 돌아가 한 doing it cause I'm fly now 비교나 더 알아 아직까지 못하잖아 켜보지만 난 실력이 no visa 뉴욕에서 한국까지 everybody raving visa I'm balling out cause I'm a globetrotter. Yeah, 나처럼 잘 나가는 래퍼 불러 Yeah, 내 손이 나가다가 everybody staring I don't need to play with rockets 나의 빗줄 내지 I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세차 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세차 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter. Trotter 나나 계속 올라가자 all about the body body 소리 너무 많이 친데 빨리 들어가래 I was 산이 자리 빨리 비켜 내가 오나니까 받아하지 못한 난 실려왔다니까 너 계속 여기 맴돌아 와나 많은 두바이 I'm a globetrotter 이 신발에도 절대 멈추진 않아 You know I gotta go 내 시간 넌 잡아 집중 focus all you know is the guala Boy you slacking people talking 만만하지 ain't no action 만만하게 보여도 사람들 다 subtracting globetrotting 시작도 안 돼서 지금부터 앞으로 You know I'm only going up yeah. You could call me filthy, KID, 해서 I hit a magic 92, broken 9, third eye, 열지 Keep on, I just keep on cause I'm curveball kanji I'm a globetrotter. Yeah. You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세차 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세차 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter. Trotter 나나 계속 올라가자 all about the body body 소리 너무 많이 친데 빨리 들어가래 I was 산이 자리 빨리 비켜 내가 오나니까 받아하지 못한 난 실려왔다니까 너 계속 여기 맴돌아 와나 많은 두바이
Arabic with man's housewife, I wouldn't work out.
Feel me.
Shake it up.
Yeah, feel me. You feel me? No cash on me. Swipe for a million. Yeah, feel me. You feel me? Walk in the door. Shake up the building. Yeah, shake it up, 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 shake it up. Ooh, yeah, shake it up, 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 shake it up. Don't care, cash got cars. No lean on my cars. Carhartt on my heart. Tattoo on my scars. Tattoo my new scars. My life has been hard. See me in the light. I was in the dark. I wake up, I send it. I wake up, I spend it. I drive Chevy, no Benzes. See me sliding, I tenant. My house, yeah, I own that. Your house, yeah, it's rented. Started where the flow at. Now I top the building, yeah. Feel me? You feel me? No cash on me. Swipe for a million. Yeah, feel me? You feel me? Walk in the door. Shake up the building. Yeah, shake it up, 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 shake it up. Ooh, yeah, shake it up, 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 shake it up. On trips, I never trip. No. Shoulder gotta chill. Yeah. My best friend, my chick. My best friend gon' whip. My best friend, she pull up with a stick. My best friend, she pull up, then she skirt off and we dip. Feel me? You feel me? No cash on me. Swipe for a million. Yeah. Feel me? You feel me? Walk in the door. Shake up the building. Yeah. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Ooh, yeah. Shake it up, 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 shake it up.
That's a work in progress. You don't just change overnight.
Hi, everybody. How are we doing today? What's grooving? What's shaking? What's a happening? Hi. We are in a blue mood today because it is turning into summertime faster than I expected. It is hot this evening, so if I'm perspiring, just excuse me. I'm in the back office in my little room. It gets very warm. How is everybody doing? I see Ghost. I see Oceana. I see Jackie. I saw the Queen is in the house. Please curtsy when you see her. Say hi. And I've got a couple of lurkers as well. So I did my reaction this morning to the cheeseburger mukbang. I'm not going to do it again because I think we've all seen it by now. And we understand that Chantal is a terrible storyteller. Now, I don't know whether she's doing the story times to make it less mukbangy or she's mukbanging while she's trying to tell a story. I don't know. Either way, it's bad. It's like bad story time, bad mukbang, bad story time. Now, the other thing I did notice is that she wasn't very enthusiastic about the food. So I'm either thinking I think she ate before she went on camera. And that's why her tummy got so full so fast. And she couldn't finish her poultry meal of onion rings, chicken nuggets, and double cheeseburger. It's because I think that was probably round 2 and not round 1. But she's being very clever in the way that she's trying to get around. Well, not so clever. I mean, it's pretty obvious. But she is definitely playing the game by keeping those portions. They're not even that small, but smaller than what she would normally go for. But tell me stuff. Tell me things. What's going on with you guys? Playing a game with my twin. Oh, okay. What are you playing? I was playing home renovations or something. What? I don't even know the name of the game that I play. I play it every day. I get to decorate and decor and paint and DIY and renovate things. And then I get points. And then I go up levels. And then I get to do it all over again. It's thoroughly addictive and enjoyable. And yes, they have got more money from me than they should probably have deserved because I get impatient and I can't save my money up fast enough. But that's enough about me. What about you? Oh, sharing time. Does she stop eating? No, I don't think she's ever going to stop eating. She never stops eating. In the live stream, she didn't eat today. She was smoking in this one instead. So we are going to be watching that live stream. And because I am who I am and I love you guys, I've edited it down. So it's about 37 minutes long. I took out all the cat talk because that's just rubbish and nonsense. She will never convince us any different to what we know. BBJ was not looked after. She doesn't care. She doesn't get upset when she talks about them. Doesn't we know. And she just tries to make it something other than it is. So I've cut all of that out. But before we do that, because when you find good things, you want to share good things. And I'm one of those girls. If I find something good, I want to share it with my friends. I did that with my mascara. I don't know if anybody cares, but my new favorite thing are these lipsticks. I'm a L'Oreal. I like L'Oreal. I just like whatever. I just try different brands and different types until I find something I like. Now, I got this one first because it's a red. It's like, don't know if you can see it. And it is from the Glow Paradise range. It is a lipstick, lip balm, lip stain. So it feels like a lip balm, goes on, paints on like a lipstick, but it just gives you a stain. Now, this is the one that I'm wearing today. It's my new one. It's like a pink. It's like a hot pink. One's red and one's pink. Can you see right there? I love these. They're so creamy and waxy, and they don't smudge. They're easy to reapply. They don't stain. So if you want to wipe it off, put it on. If you're eating, I just love them. And they're like discreet enough for daytime wear, but add a nice amount of color. And then the other one I bought, this is a little cheap drugstore. I think this was like $4. And normally like $4 lipsticks are like really crap. This is so creamy. It feels like you are putting melted chocolate on your lips, but it doesn't go gooey and everywhere. It is the creamiest thing and pigmented out the arse. I love it. This one is like a really nice neutral color. It goes on beautiful. I'll swatch it for you so you can see how pigmented it is. Look at it. It is so good. It's such a good nut. Oh, I love it. And the fact that it's so cheap, it's W7. All the Australian girls out there, go to your chemist and get these W7 lipsticks. They are the bomb diggity. They're so good. The packaging of this one looks like this. It's an ombre. I think they're on sale at the minute, or they're getting their new lines out. So there weren't very many in my chemist, but I'm loving these. These were a bit more expensive. These were $15 each. This one was about $4. Try them. They're really, really good. Just thought I'd share because I like to share good stuff when I find it. Okay. My glam kids just left best week ever. I know. You love them when they're there, but you love it even more when they're gone, right? Because you can give them back. Sunken Land. It's like Waterworld. Oh, Waterworld. I watched that movie a lot. I know it's terrible, but it's one of those movies like it's so bad it's good, and there are some good bits in it too. Especially when he chops off her hair. I thought that was a bit rude and a bit mean, but it was a good storyline. Huda Beauty. Oh, does it? I know Huda Beauty stuff. I've never bought any of her stuff, but I know that her stuff is very... There was a particular line, her bronzer lines, and there's a whole time frame where it was just everyone was into Huda Beauty. Her glowy, bronzy, contoury look was the jam. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I love it. It's so good. It feels like melty chocolate. But anyway, so let's get into this. I mean, when I was editing it, I was kind of listening, but I wasn't kind of listening. I caught the very front end of it. I watched FFG's stream where she was doing the cheeseburger mukbang because I'd already done my own reaction. It was like, that's fine. I listened to that. But I had to start work by the time she started her reaction to the live stream. I have cut out where she had audio issues. I've cut out the cat stuff. And I just kept in the important bits, the bits where she was paused and saying hello to people and stuff like that. I just cut that out and just nonsense stuff. I just kept in the things that I think were talking points or things that it's important to take note that those words are the words that came out of Foodie's mouth. They're the bits that I kept in. Oh, stop alarming at me. Does anybody else get triggered by this sound of an alarm going off? It just gives you a little panic. It does me. Stop. I don't want you anymore. Okay. All alarms are turned off. No one's going to bother me now. Okay. Hi, Pebbles. Hi, Janet Pirate. Okay, let's go. I'm a bit hither to tither today. Okay. All right. I've called this one Sweaty Betty. Okay. Because she is a sweaty Betty today. I know what she smells like just by looking at this picture. Dank, damp, hot. Apparently the humidity in Thailand, and this makes all my manifestations that haven't come true, just I don't care about them. It was 91% humidity in Thailand today. Just my smile, like I feel so happy that she is struggling in this heat. I'm not happy though that I think her blood pressure is completely out of whack, and that's why she's feeling so dizzy right now. That is a little scary. Sorry, big cookie. Little foodie. That's a little scary, but I like the fact that she's feeling swampy and gross. Yeah. The humidity is real. And that's why I said when I found out she went to Thailand, I'm like, girl, you have no idea what you're in for. A dry heat is one thing. A humid heat is inescapable. Even aircon can't fix it. But anyway, let's go. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to think about this, especially when she starts lighting up the fag.
Hey, hi, Nick. I'm good now. Nick, do you have the capabilities to put...
Let me know if I need to turn her up because her sound in this is atrocious. Even though she's got a mic on, it just sounds terrible. I did what I could.
Subscribers Maloney on? I don't think so, yeah. The background is... Oh, I know. I turned it off. Look. What the fuck? It doesn't go off.
Well, we know she's not lacking salt Because you know how when you're dehydrated, you get your hydration drinks and they've got a little bit of salt in them so your muscles don't get crampy and all that stuff. This one, she's never gonna lack enough salt. She can just drink straight water and she'll be fine because she eats enough salt in her diet.
And I have to be. The AC almost takes up the whole porch. Is it really that bad? Hi, Ken. Hi, Teardrop. I don't need any more mods right now, Ken, but I'll definitely consider it for the future for sure. Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs? I'm not in the bathroom. I'm outside.
Does anybody think she's actually outside? Because I feel like it's a bathroom. It feels like a bathroom. Because, I mean, if I was on holidays in Thailand and I was sitting on a balcony, wouldn't you put your back to the nightscape? I mean, unless it was an ugly view and they're butted up against another building or the back view is like rubbish bins or something really bad. But wouldn't you show like the nighttime scenery over the back of the balcony? And is that a rail? What's the railing for? Unless you hang your towels outside because you're near the beach and like you've got an outside line that you can, put your hanger on. But is that a towel rack? I feel this feels more bathroomy than balcony. But why would you lie about that? It just seems like a stupid thing to lie about.
Well, I'm outside of my balcony.
Hi, Charlie's
floating in
mom.
space. There's a setting for steps only. I know, going down, but
Good
it's
evening.
hard on this like mobile. I can't do it. It's better now. Hi, Tangerine. That burger was thick. I don't know. It was pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to talk about that crazy story, but I just felt like people are going so far with harassment of people, just to get like a bunch of views. So I thought that was like a pretty good thing to talk about. I'm trying to do.
She's still on this caper that saying things like she sucks at storytelling. That was a pretty boring video. Is that harassment? Sometimes I'll tag her in my community post, but I very, very, very rarely tag her in my actual videos. So for her to come across my content or other people's content, she's either got to be subscribed or they've got to be tagging her in it. And then if they're tagging her in it, she's got to be looking for her mentions. And then she's got to be opening the mentions to be looking at the videos. So for her to come across content about her, she's got to be searching herself up or it's not going to come up on her algorithm. So how is she seeing them? And that's not harassment. Harassment is deliberately targeting, like deliberately seeking that person out to say, like, to make their life uncomfortable. I'm just saying my opinion. And whether you watch it or not, it's up to you. I would say not, because I generally don't have too many nice things to say, but I think I'm pretty sedate compared to some. But it's not harassment to say that you're a shit. That's just my opinion.
Do things that are more like thoughtful,
Hi, Berry Breeze.
Okay. Has anyone ever tried these drinks? Does anyone know what? I don't want you lazy to Google. You guys are my Google.
Oh, dear.
Nata de cocoa is. So
Bo, block your nose. Put tissues up your nose and close your mouth because it's your sense of smell that makes your eyes water. Or you could put your onions in your fridge. At this stage, it's probably too late. Just keep cutting, hun.
So it's like a juice with like these chunks of stuff. I don't know. You'll be, hi, Mike. Hey, Teardrop. We're doing okay. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not swimming, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's a bathroom. And here's why. Why would she step outside out of the aircon? She would be sweating a lot more in a 91-degree heat in that outfit if she was outside of the aircon. You know what I mean? Like, she's not leaving the aircon for nobody's business. That's why I think it's a bathroom. And there is no street sounds.
Really, Bones?
It is a balcony.
My favorite perfume, Clinique Happy. I couldn't do the chunks.
So what's the rail for? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Unless it's like handy capable, like a handy access, like for like in case you need a lift up. But why would you have a rail like that outside on a balcony? What's it for? A singular towel? Wouldn't you have like, if you're going to do that, wouldn't you have one of those bars that looks like a ladder, like a silver ladder? And then you can put 4 or 5. Why would you need just one towel? It's weird.
They're kind of weird, but it tastes good.
Oh, she's not
Is that what Nata de cocoa is? Probably right. Nata sounds like natal, and cocoa, well, coconut. Yeah, chunks of stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I had to go in this
Balcony
like
confirmed.
smaller abaya that I put under my big abayas. It's, you know, there was nobody there, so that's cool. There's no cameras, and Salai and I swam together, and it was like super cool. Yeah, romantic and nice, and I had.
Do you think it was romantic though? She must have got such a cheek squeezing at the beach. Maybe he did. Maybe he squeezed both the cheeks. You know, because that's as racy as they get. These two. Let's imagine, what did they do at the beach? Sal was like, oh, because she's scared of the ocean, remember? So this is a big deal for her. Do you reckon she went up to her knees and she's considering that a swim? Do you reckon she dunked her whole body in the water? Maybe Sala went in the water and Chantal just waded up to her knees and just splashed about a little bit. And she's considering that a swim. Because I can't imagine this one going like up to her tits in water. No, I don't imagine that.
Had to wear a hijab. Still in Thailand, yes. We're waiting to buy the user spray. Well, Ghostface, whenever I go to America, I'll bring some for people who want some.
Sunshine, hi Janie.
So, I know he won't like.
Full towel.
If he wants this, I bring a bunch of perfumes for people, gifts for people. I had to go fully clothed, Gabrielle. Yeah. Hi, morning, Helen. Hi, Helen. It's really humid here today. Yes, I look like I'm sitting on the John Hay page. I make a lot of money swimmer. Yeah, not for
I'm so
super
happy
fat
it's
people.
so bumpy
Not to
for
be
her.
myself. Okay, so I went swimming. What else I want to tell you?
She just, and by the way, just a note, she looks so fed up in this whole video. She's ragey, but not ragey. She's like an over it kind of rage. Like all the feelings and the words are there, but she's not mad. She's like a 15-year-old, like just, oh my God, you guys are so annoying. It's that kind of energy. Yeah. But just watch her face when somebody points out that smoking is not permissible in Islam. The eye roll was felt across the globe.
Oh, wait, no, what did I want to tell you? So I'm
Oh, I know,
kind of
Ghost.
like,
Salah's got all the cheeky moves. He knows how to win the ladies. He just gives them a good cheek squeezing. It's the move, the big move.
I didn't want to tell people this because do you know what it's like to literally have so many people judge everything that comes out of your mouth? So I'm really choosy with what I say, but I'll tell you this. Hi, Vanessa. I didn't plan very well for this trip, meaning that I didn't bring enough antidepressant medication.
I think that's because she didn't expect to be there so long. Or it could just be a matter of, oh God, I don't like that you can see my bra strap. I normally am a bit more careful, or I wear a nude one, so it looks a bit, I've got a black lace thing on. I'm sorry, I don't like that. It looks tacky. Anyway, she's a poor planner, but I think it's just they've overshot their stay by a couple of weeks and she just didn't have enough. And she didn't bring a script, because that's what you normally do when you travel. You make sure you get a script from your doctor that can be, if you're going to Thailand, like it's a similar medication, accessible, not illegal. Like you can get an international script from your doctor. So when you travel, it's fine. And make sure you get all your packaging, perfect with your address and your name and it's all that. So you're not like smuggling some weird drugs and you don't like get in trouble at customs. But Chantal's like she's been to Canada, she's been to Cuba, she's been to Kuwait twice now. She's an international globetrotter. She should know these things by now. I mean, poor planning. It's only your mental health meds. It's not like you need them.
So, and that's the one that keeps me from killing people. I'm just joking. So anyway, we went.
Charlie's mom, I'm not going to lie, I did, and I didn't want to say it, but it gave me orca vibes, or maybe like a Dandenong vibes. Like, she's our lol cow, but like a sea cow situation. But I don't think she would have gotten deep enough into the water to really, to get wet all from top to bottom. I think she probably just went up to her knees and just classifies that. I went in the ocean, therefore I swam.
To look for.
Hi, Allegra.
So I went and looked for like just a surrounding area. Yes, he helps me, okay? What's the shame in that? Anyway. Thank you.
I'm showing you messages, guys.
I'm not
Sorry.
even hi, Desert Rose.
God.
The ambiance. Yeah, it's like an apartment kind of. It's not just like a hotel.
Enola!
We've been to a few hotels. I told you about the one with the TV with the racy history
Hi, Enola. Hi.
because we have like someone's trying to like not log into our streaming app that we use. It's like one from the Middle East. Well,
Why would that be a problem though? Why? Is it just because of the cost? Do they not have a very good phone plan? Because if you've got internet or Wi-Fi, it wouldn't matter because you wouldn't get your roaming charges if you're using Wi-Fi at the hotel or the accommodation that you're staying at. Why would you need to limit how much you log into that app? I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I don't understand if you've got the data or if you've got Wi-Fi, why would it matter?
it's helping you is so cute. I know. He always does. He doesn't mind. He would prefer me not go out. Like, I know people are gonna say, oh, he's embarrassed of you. No. Okay. What it is he's just like that. He would prefer going out himself. And I think that culturally, like people in our culture, like women don't leave.
It's not your culture, it's Sala's culture. You're Canadian. You are a Western woman. And you, as you keep telling us, you haven't been a Muslim for very long. I'm still learning. I'm making mistakes. You are 38 years deep into being a Western woman. It is not your culture. Correction.
Leave the house as much as the men to do things. They just like stay at home. I don't know.
Hi, Jason.
Anyway, what was I going to say? No, I didn't find any meds around here.
Bear.
So
Hello.
I'm gonna I don't know. One of us, he's gonna go venture out and try to find a bigger pharmacy. I don't know if I have to see a doctor.
Of course, Sala's going to go looking for the meds. I mean, he's like, shit, we need those meds. I need her to have those meds. We both need them. She's not going to walk all over Bangkok looking for these meds. I mean, she's still recovering from the boil. She's feeling anxiety. It's too hot for her. She's slow as all shit. I mean, he can't take tuk-tuks everywhere or get cabs everywhere. That's going to cost a whole bunch of money. The feet are the only free way to travel. Of course, he's going to walk to all the different ones. And he gets a chance to get away from this one. Who wants to be trapped in a hotel all day just thinking and talking about food and reciting Jim Carrey lines from movies? I mean, I'll go. No, hon, you stay here and you rest your boil leg. And I will go and I will get you your magic beans. Don't you worry. Sala, the hero, your superhuman husband. I will get you your meds. Don't worry, love. Sit down. I'll take care of you.
So, but without my medication, I notice it a lot now. When I was a teenager and like I was put on like so many medications. Like when I say so many, I mean like Paxil, Prozac, Effect, like from a very young age. But I didn't really
So
notice.
she's been dealing with this stuff from 15 to now. And she's still kind of just like, and it's not even a lack of resources. I mean, she's got the Canadian medical system to help her. Not that it's perfect and quick and fast, but it's there and it's free and it works. She's like just not really invested in it, it seems, in being mentally stable and mentally healthy. I think she's just one of those people that just lucks into W's, isn't she? Like, she just seems to fall into the right situations at the right time to wriggle her way out of her messes. I mean, most people have to correct themselves and get themselves into a pretty stable, effective way so that they can go through life and be employed and make money and interact with people in an okay way, or the ass falls out of their life. But it just doesn't seem to happen to Foodie, does it?
Is there any difference then? But now, like if I don't have them, like it's not too long after maybe a week, I start to feel really dizzy and just like, I don't know how to explain it. Literally, if I could explain it, it was like you're like trying to keep your head above water. You know that exhausting feeling?
That either sounds like she's got blood pressure issues or she's having anxiety. One of the two, I don't know. Or it could be withdrawals from something as well. Or it could be that maybe you're getting that sensation after you're smoking, or you've been hitting the shisha. because she was just talking yesterday how bad her asthma was, how bad her lungs are. She's got scar tissues from her embolisms, you know, her lung embolisms that she's had. I'd say that maybe she's got some problems with that, or I think it's her blood pressure. I really do, because she's always ruddy in the face, feeling dizzy, not getting, you know, something's happening.
Nora, I am home. Like,
Oh,
I don't know. I know there's a big, large chunk of you guys that still thinks that I'm not happy here and that you're just waiting it out, that I'm going to go back to Canada. And you know what? I just want to say, if I did go back to Canada, it wouldn't be a shameful thing. It's just whatever. Life is life.
She just said to us yesterday that she used to be unhappy, but she didn't really show that on camera. But we were all sitting there saying, you look sad, you look miserable, you look terrible. And this is when she was with Koki. And she goes, yeah, but I guess I didn't really express that, but that's how I was feeling a lot of the time. We're going to hear that same story when all of this ends and implodes and we're back wherever, whatever country she lands in, Canada or otherwise. She'll be like, yeah, on the outside, I was just trying to make it look good because, he was my husband and, marriage is sacred and important and I didn't want to give up on it too soon. But really on the inside, I was struggling and suffering. But I didn't want to let you guys know while we are sitting here going, you look miserable, girl. You don't look in love. You guys aren't getting along. There's something going on. But she's going to be like, yeah, I was just hiding that from everyone. It's like, no, you're not hiding shit. We can see it. We're not all morons. We know what happy people look like, or people who are working on themselves, or a couple with chemistry. Even like either couples get along or couples don't. Then there's not normally like a neutral energy between them. Like you get that from bros. You don't get that from people that are lovers. And they have bro energy.
That's what happened, but I'm not going to, as long as I can help it. I feel at home with my new home now. Like it took me a little while to no, not really, because I was sick of Canada when I left. So, I was sick of Canada. So why would I want to go back there? I do still love Canada and have that culture.
How was she sick of Canada? Canada didn't do anything to her. It was the people within it. It was the frustration of not landing Koki and him choosing Dee Dee and her not getting her way and her being lonely and miserable because the men in Canada didn't really want to have much to do with her. She dated all the immigrants in Canada. She'd had a crack at each one of them, paid them each $50, and she'd run out of them. So she had to start looking outside of Canada, outside of Ottawa anyway. And that's how she found Salah. Woohoo!
Pride here and there, but I don't. Maybe it's the memories. I don't know.
And she doesn't want to pay taxes.
I've gone through a lot more there, a lot more pain, a lot of happiness, but a lot more pain.
And that's the irony, is that every dollar that she earns, even though it's US dollars, because she's a citizen of Canada, it still counts towards her taxes. So she still has to pay taxes on the money that she's earned this entire year. She's just lucky that I don't think they're going to add up Salah's money as well. Like, wouldn't that be funny if they included Salah's income as their joint income because they're married and that's what they get taxed on? I don't think that'd happen though, but that would be good if it was.
In Kuwait, so, and I just as a Muslim, I just being in an Islamic country. It's so much easier. Go back home to Kuwait.
But you weren't a Muslim when you moved there. So that's not a reason to move to another country, because you didn't even know if you were going to become you knew from the get-go. The second that you started putting the blanket on, we knew the direction it was heading in, but you weren't a Muslim when you first moved there. So that's stupid. It's easy for you now because you can pretend to be Muslim, pick and choose the behaviors you want to be faithful to as a Muslim. And eating halal is definitely one of the pretenses you want to put up publicly. And the hijab is another public pretense you want to put up. But the other ones like not smoking, taking care of your body, praying, not being judgmental, not saying nasty things, swearing, cursing, just being awful to people. We don't want to uphold those things. We don't want to abide those things. We only pick and choose the Muslim behaviors that feel comfortable and don't require a lot of effort or energy. That's what we're doing. That's why it's easier for you in Kuwait. Yeah.
We are going to, like, we schedule the time for a certain amount of time, you know, and we're not going to change the flight. I mean, it's coming close. So, but it was nice living somewhere else for a little while. It gets you like a change of environment. You learn so much, and you learn so much about yourself too.
A change of environment. Yes, you're right. She doesn't have curtains in this room. Her room in Kuwait's got curtains and a couch. This one's just a blank wall with a brand new mukbang table. Totally different environment, guys. Completely different. Different routine, different way of living. Got involved with the culture. Yeah, saw it all. We did it all. We saw it all. We just tore up Thailand. We did the first 5 days.
They have roots in Thailand. Living in Canada and Kuwait is normal. Yeah. Sorry if I missed your comments, guys. I was just talking like to my. It's so weird. Anyone will care where you're physically looking.
Oh, I forgot to mention this was. I think this was open chat. I think she said that because I woke up at 3 o'clock, did my react because I went to bed very early. And then I noticed that she did a 1 hour live. And I'm like, that's strange. That was a very short live for her. Is because it was an open chat and she was getting some comments. And I think she got a bit annoyed by the end. She was a bit, but she didn't get angry or anything, but you could tell she was over it. So I think that's why it was only an hour long, this one. So yeah, because she can't put up with an open chat for too long. Too much reality.
I know. That is a good reputable pharmacy. Really?
Great question, Allegra. What has she learned in Thailand? I think she's learned how to treat a boil, how inexpensive the Thai medical system is, and how actual good it is. It's probably even better than what you can get in the Middle East. It's very good over there in Thailand. What else has she learned? She doesn't like eating live shrimp. What else? Oh, it's fucking humid as all get out and she'll never go back. Thai women are tiny as tuk-tuks. You get wet in tuk-tuks when it rains. What else? What other fun things that we've done? She likes tom yum soup. She likes that. She needs to pack more meds next time. Be better prepared for these random border runs. I think they're the lessons that we've learnt. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Toilet piece. I'll try that. Then that's when you're meant to be. If you feel at home, that's a great feeling. Yeah. Just go to Kuwait.
7-Eleven in Asian countries is her absolute jam. It's her heaven. Loves a 7-Eleven, she does.
Yeah, there's lots of memories for you. I feel that for you. Thanks, your job. Paris Hilton was in Bangkok? No way. Or the Haddies. That's all. Yeah, danger, for sure. So, I still have a lot. I need my fan, guys. I'm sorry. Like, this is the best thing. I have a backup fan. I have 2 of these portable fans. You guys were the one who suggested it.
I have one of those. Do you want to see mine? I have one of those hand fans. I'm going to go get mine. I'll let her play and then I'll be right back.
To me, I'm forever thankful. So, are there a lot of halal restaurants in Canada? Yeah, but you know what, Nicholas? I know. I thought I brought enough meds. Like, I have some at home. Hi, Tootsie Pie. Hi, T-Bone. You can get them over the counter. Yeah, but that's good news. So I don't have to go to a clinic then. We're gonna try. Development's Canada. Expensive. Diamond form, yeah. You're going to Canada for me. I don't know, February. Like, I have like up in the air plans will travel. But we kind of decide things last minute. Like Thailand, when I tell you Thailand was so last minute, we were in the middle of making all these different plans. Like, okay, what do we do now? Because like when you're building a future.
Oh, that's weird. She's doing a weird pretend tick thing. So this is mine, okay? Mine looks a bit better quality than hers. Mine's got rubber. Mine is a chargeable one, USB chargeable. like you can tell that mine's a lot better quality. So this little, it's a bit dusty because it's been up on a shelf. I haven't used it in a while. This is a BT21 one. This is a BTS fan. I've had this for ages. It's so good. Yeah, that's my little BTS one. This is Tata. This is V's character. But yeah, it's so good. It really does work. And I think I could get about 6 hours out of this on medium. I get about 4 hours on high speed. Oh, but I'll tell you, on a hot day down at the beach, it is the best thing ever. I love it. I paid $70 for this one, but only because it's like official BTS merch. But that's mine. Hers probably cost $10 at the market. But if it works, right?
There's a motorcycle. When you're building a future with someone, it's like you have to take actual steps to do stuff, right? Which I'm used to just like daydreaming, but now like you actually want to change your life. You have to go through so much hard work, like soul searching. You have to like, I have so many things I have to work on, and doing it with him is so much easier. But
well, the American dollar is pretty strong in Thailand, and then if they're bringing over Kuwait dinar, they're like high balling. Like they are balling. Even if you're poor, you're balling. It goes a long way, but it's the takeaway that's probably killing them. Like takeaway's expensive anywhere. It's marked up $1 million.
hi, Vanessa. Well, that's okay. You don't have to be sorry about who you can and can't watch. You know, there's people I can't stand to watch. Like for example, do you guys mind if I smoke? I'm on my balcony. I really.
Why would you even ask that question? You're going to be like, I'm going to smoke. And if they said, no, we'd prefer you not to smoke, what's she going to do? She's still going to smoke. So why would you ask?
That's how I've been coping. Like, I don't know, a little bit. I don't smoke a lot, but I have one once in a while. I think these are menthol. We don't go to shisha here a lot.
I have one once in a while. Does anyone believe that? She smokes shisha on the regular. You smoke tobacco. You smoke. I know she thinks it's just water vapor and it's not really smoking. It's smoking.
Anyways, the Middle Eastern food. Yeah, he supports me, yeah. Insomnia when I don't have my meds, yeah, for sure. Just a cigarette thriller. Is that allowed? Is that allowed on YouTube? I know people are going to report me. I know there's people who hate me, like, and they just wait around for me to, like, do something. You know, as soon as I make a little mistake, they're like, what is that I smell? Do tell. They're like,
I can honestly say I haven't reported Foodie Beauty video since Cuba. I reported Cuba and I reported Pumped Up Kicks. That's it. All this other stupid, dumb shit, I don't worry about it. Unless she does something unbelievably offensive that I can see, like, that's disgusting and that's triggering for other people. I don't worry about it. Like, YouTube will catch on and get rid of her eventually. Like, if she's heinous enough. But no, I doubt people are reporting her videos. And we don't wait. You smoking is just hypocrisy. It's not a little mistake. It's just you being a hypocrite. The amount you bang on about people with smokers' voices and smelling like smokers and smoking around animals and blah, 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 blah. And then you sit there and have a cigarette. And then you'll have the audacity to go off at other people who smoke. Like, whatever.
I go live for like 3 hours. But whatever. Yeah, cigarettes.
Yeah, I reported Cuba.
Exactly
It's disgusting.
No, I don't really. No, I don't have any thoughts on it. What do you mean thoughts? Like, what in particular? Like, when you guys ask me, well, how do you think of somebody? What do you mean? What do you think you worked on yourself? Oh, gosh. Well, it's like weird because it was like,
I'm sorry, but I find smoking really revolting. It's like really ugly and disgusting. My cat's crying. I've got to go let him in. I'm going to play.
I've taken steps
Oh,
forward.
Oh, buddy.
I'm trying to think if most of the steps are forward compared to some things. Obviously not, you know, my weight. What's your opinion on being a good person, etc.? Yeah, I mean, generally, yeah, a good human being. Yeah, I think most people are. I mean, some people are not, obviously, or at least at the time they're like really lost. I don't know. When it comes to like thinking,
say hi.
more religious when it comes to the nature of people. I don't know. I kind of believe more in evil, but I also think that evil is like
Come say hi to everybody.
being persuaded into it. Like
You okay? Got it.
our fault as humans are that we sin so easily. It's so tempting. We fall for temptation, you know. And I mean, like evil and Satan and stuff like that. As in, like,
I don't know what's wrong with him. He wants to be around me, but he doesn't want to be around me. Like, he just needs to know where I am. And once he figures out where I am, he's like, oh, cool, that's where you are. But just don't look at me, talk to me, or touch me. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I think he wants to go out now. Are you just scratching? I don't know what he's doing.
like temptations, you know, even like really overindulgent food. Why am I smoking?
You wanna come, Bubba?
Yeah, I don't have shisha. Sorry, guys. I'm just one of those people that like sometimes I just like
Okay.
want to smoke 200 cigarettes in a row. I don't care how self-destructive it is. But I don't.
Oh, no, he wants to go out now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know if this is going to address, but does the fact that Zach is LGBT? But no, I don't even think of like, I don't look at someone who's gay and think, oh, they're gay, you know, like as part of their character. I don't care. That will never change. Like, I know my religion doesn't agree with it, but whatever. I mean, that's the thing with being religious. Like, that's what I hate about Islam police. Like, you're doing this, it's haram. Like, you're allowed to slow, you know, like nobody's perfect. There's no, it's so fluid and flexible in how you can worship, how you can believe, you know.
Ugh.
So does Christianity. Christianity doesn't condone it. Look at how hard LGBT fought.
I think he's got a bug or something out there and he's hunting it because he's like looking under the door and he's looking at me and he's making these weird meow sounds. And it's like he might have a moth or a grasshopper or something out there and he just wants me to see it. I'm
To be able
like,
to get married legally in a Catholic and Christian church. So
I know. That's cats for you.
energy. I know at the place that we're at now, it's more like an apartment. So you're allowed to smoke like outside. You can't. I don't think you can smoke inside, but they don't even have signs. So yeah. Hi, Nancy.
Okay, so this is the combination of smells that we've got. We've got sweat, fresh and old. We've got whatever cheap perfume that she wears. I think it's Happy, or if that's what she's wearing at the moment, or it could be something that Sala's given her, something rose-based. And now we've added the stench of menthol cigarettes on top of it. And whatever else, whatever food that she's spilt on herself today. Like, what a concoction of smells. Ugh.
Oh, hi. How are you? Sorry, energy. I just really like, I'm stressed out and I just need to smoke. Hello, Nettie.
Yeah,
Are
same.
you pro-life? I don't want to talk about that stuff. Hi, Celeste. Thank you. Reaction channel does. Celeste's here to go support me, but he's sleeping. And sometimes I just need to.
The blue cheese is, and I'm going to gross you all out, but the smell of the blue cheese, this is in my mind, in my disgusting creative mind, is the smegma. It's the belly button smell. It's the buildup of the film of the smegma that not smegma because that's a dick cheese. The goopy stuff that builds up in between her folds, the bacteria. That's what the blue cheese smell is. It's the belly button smell that emits from her body. That's what the blue cheese is. And I think that's the only way that James would know how to describe it, as like a moldy, dank smell. That's what that smell is, I think. And she just masks it with whatever cheap scent that she gets. Visa spray.
You know, and do something bad like smoke a cigarette. Really, I don't know. I've been smoking since I'm 15 and I'm able to just quit. Like I could just say, okay, tomorrow I want any cigarettes. Actually, I go days in between, but some days when I'm just, you know.
That's not quitting though. That's not quitting. When you say I'm not a smoker, that means you don't smoke. If you smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes a year, you could probably say you're not a smoker. But when you go and have a shisha nearly every day, or you sit there and smoke and go, I can go a couple of days without smoking, that means you're a smoker. Hi, Sally.
It's a social thing. I have a funny story.
Oh, it is.
Well, we're going to try to find them here first.
Reactionary.
Okay, and then I'll take that next step and figure out if we should go home early. I don't know. Yes, for sure.
English virgin. I thought, sorry, not English virgin. Sorry, honey. not trying to disparage your sexual history. English Virgo. Yeah, I thought she looks very weird and awkward. It's like she's learnt how to smoke, like by watching somebody else smoke on like a 1950s movie. It's like, he was a scam, that man. Like, and she's trying to be like a femme fatale, but like really cool, like the cool girl. It's got like she looks really awkward, but she's been smoking since she's 15, guys.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Hi, Tay Tay. What am I stressed about? Miss Oil.
No, Bo. I said she smells like belly button. That's what the blue cheese smell is. It's not blue cheese. It's that weird smell that belly buttons get when they get infected and stuff. It's the sticky stuff that gets in between her folds that she grows. That's what the blue cheese smell is.
Open chat. Yeah, I've been open chat for a long time. Gloria.
To smoke socially, you have to be in social situations in which you would smoke. She doesn't go anywhere and talk to
When my
anyone.
boil's like completely healed. It wasn't as deep. Like I had one here before, which was really deep, and it took a lot of packing. This one, not really, just bandage.
No, that's not what she said. That's not what she said when they said they treated it. She said that she went in, they cut it out, they got the goop, and then they packed it. She said that that's what they did when they treated her boil. Does anybody else remember? I remember her saying that specifically. That shit, they packed it because I'm like, oh, that's the worst part because it feels weird because the area is numbed up and then they pack it. It feels weird. Like, oh, she said that they did that. But this one just needed a bandage. Fibber, you fibber.
Sorry, Teardrop, I'm probably going to be busy. Yes, Calla Lily, thank you. It does make you stronger. It does. You know, I don't say a lot of details about things. So, like, my old self, yeah, I would have been live all the time, like in Cuba, and you would know everything, but I don't do that anymore. And you know what, like I said, there's a lot of advantage to being secret about your life.
I watched a couple of videos about people talking about the type, because I Googled it, like Googled how much like things would cost in Thailand, and things that were like a suture, like somebody fell down and cut themselves, and it was an American, and they got stitched up. They were in and out within like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they had to pay like $200. And it was, I can't remember what the conversion is, and they're like, but it was so like I was booked, and they were like really worried that they were going to have to pay all this money because they're in a foreign country, and they were scared because the hospital was so nice looking. They were greeted like it was like a hotel, and they were seen by somebody really quickly, and they cleaned it out, and they stitched it up, and they bandaged it up. They got a script for antibiotics. They came back every couple of days to get it cleaned and rewrapped, and it cost them like $200. And they're like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. So her having that boil done, there's no way it would have cost them $2,000. No way would it have cost that much. It cost $4,000 to get your tits done over there. It's not costing $2,000 to lance and pack a boil. Shut up. It probably cost 2,000 baht.
Motrop, okay, listen, the couples vlogs, you might think, that's what I hate about like doing all that work. To do a vlog, it takes hours of editing and going out there and filming and making sure. Sometimes you have to make sure the shots are decent, and it's work, you know. Like you're doing everything you're doing.
You're a professional vlogger. You have made YouTube your job because you have no skills in any other way. To sit there and whinge and whine that going on holiday in Thailand and vlogging is work when you put out the vlogs of the quality that you are, which are piss poor edited with really crappy, boring like content, with it's basically you rocking from side to side next to Sala going like this, or it's a thumbs up and you're just eating something. To sit there and whinge and whine and say that that's work, oh, the audacity of this one. And you live, as you say, quite comfortably on this income. If you imagine what you could have if you actually put some work and some thought into this. Imagine if you put a little bit of effort in what you could do.
Okay, I need to do this angle of the shot. Oh wait, the lighting's better here. Like we pay more attention to that, and it's like more work.
Do you think that they pay any attention to whether the lighting's correct or the shot is good? I mean, Starla walks around and it's all like this. You get seasick when he films. When she walks around, it's all this way. He's swinging things backwards and forwards. It's just them going like this half the time. He does the eyebrow raise. Like, the content is poorly shot and poorly edited. What is she talking about?
So you go through all that work and then like, I don't know, people just like crap on it. Like, but a lot of you love it, so that's what we're focusing.
Oh, yeah, and not getting antibiotics for a boil. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because that is literally, it's infection in humidity. Like a boil, you would get antibiotics for it. There's no way you wouldn't. Absolutely not, because they'd be worried that you get a boil somewhere else, or the infection would go septic and you'd get blood poisoning from the boil. They would be concerned about that. They don't want a dead 450-pound Canadian on their hands. They would be giving you what do they call those? A spectrum, a high spectrum antibiotic that literally would kill everything within you, in you or an outside of you. There's no way.
And on the people who love our,
they would have put her on a
vlogs, but
10-day.
I have to say, I'm still editing the one where we just went out and went on a boat and stuff. That day was 90-something% humidity, and even Salah was, his shirt was soaked. His Joy Division shirt. He heard me playing Joy Division. Okay.
Allegra, I think she got really, really, really bad chafe. Like, chafe can be painful, and I think she's probably got it on the inside of her, like on the pubic bone area, because the skin rubs up against each other. And when it gets moist, you need to have you need basically baby cream. Curash is the best one. I swear by it, for babies and for grown-ups if you get chub rub ladies in the humidity. But I think she just got really bad nappy rash, and that just put her out for a few days, and she had to just rest up for a bit. And plus she's lazy, plus she's got no energy, she's out of her comfort zone, and just sitting around is what she loves to do the most. Sitting around and eating is what she loves to do. That's why she's made YouTube her job.
I know smoking is bad. I know. I don't care right now. You're right. Anyway. And so I was playing Joy Division, and then we were in this mall. In Thailand, they sell things everywhere. We have a huge suitcase. I have 2 suitcases of extra stuff.
Are we all going to just be super excited? Do you think she's going to do a what we got in Thailand haul? And it's just going to be a crap 2 suitcases full of plastic shit with no name tags on it, just knock off everything. I know we've got bath mats and stuff, but what bull crap do you think that they bought in Thailand? Like, probably nothing worth like putting up on the walls. Maybe some decor. I usually get towels, t-shirts, and fridge magnets. That's what I usually get on holidays, because then I can put the magnet on the fridge so I can always remember. We've got a bottle opener, a Vegas bottle opener that we got from our wedding that lives on the fridge. So every time we need something that opens that's there. I like t-shirts because then I can wear them, and it's like, oh, I went here. And towels and stuff, because you always need them. I like handy things that you can use. But I can imagine that they've just got a whole bunch of crap. Or if I was in Thailand, I would want to get maybe like a picture from a local artist, or a shirt, or something handmade, or maybe like something that I could wear or use that's specific, that every time I wear it or touch it or feel it, it reminds me of my time in Thailand. But my time in Thailand would be like beaches and cocktail parties and like tuk-tuk rides and animal, I would go to the elephant sanctuary. I would not be seeing the tigers. No, thank you. But there'd be so many, I would have done so many different things than what Foodie's done. I would have taken you to the beach. You would have seen me in the water like this, doing my dolphin dives. Like, I wouldn't have sat on my ass in a hotel room for, I think it's been 7 or 8 days now.
I hope they don't pull us over in customs, like, and examine our suitcase and be like, ma'am, don't you have a bunch of this or that? I have a bunch of toy guns. No, we don't have toy guns.
Is it okay if I show Moonlight Goth my fan? Because she'll get it. As soon as she sees it, she'll understand it. You know how Chantal has her personal fan? Well, I thought I'd show everyone my personal fan. Look, yes, I have a Tata fan. I'm a fan of fans. I know that was a dad joke. But look, it's got a Tata on there. Isn't it cute? I've had it for ages. You'll appreciate this. I was going to get the Chimmy one. I have a little Chimmy thing, keyring thing, but this is my personal fan. This was my very first thing that I bought BTS official merch, even before I got the light stick. This is it. Just because I liked it. I thought it was the cutest out of all of them. Yeah.
We have bubble guns. Okay. We know some kids. We know a lot of kids. Yeah, I'm stressed. Yeah, thanks, guys. Sorry.
She did do some though. Just a nugget. She didn't do like a beauty haul. She did buy some beauty products. She bought the snail goo stuff. But I mean, nothing's really going to help her skin until she changes her diet and actually starts washing her hands and washing her face on the regular. I mean, washing her sheets, washing her pillowcases. You got to keep your bedding up hygiene. Like, she's just not a particularly hygienic person. So I don't think she's ever actually really going to consistently be good enough to her skin to make it improve. She's just always going to have that rough, ready, bumpy stuff. I mean, she can spend hundreds of dollars of Lush crap and it's not going to fix anything.
Did I look at his phone? When? I didn't look at his phone, did I? Not in like a, ooh, what are you doing, way? I'm not going to say I never looked at a boyfriend's phone. That would be a lie. And yeah.
I've never looked at a boyfriend's phone. Never. I wouldn't even know how to get into my husband's phone. Don't need to. Don't care to. I'm sure if I asked, he'd let me, but it's not going to change anything. If I get an inkling that he's doing something sus, I don't need to get into the phone. My intuition, I would just ask him and I would just judge whether he's telling me fibs or not. I don't need proof. If I'm at that stage where I'm questioning it, that's proof enough for me.
I'm always tempted to look at people's phones because you're curious. But then I say, no, that's not nice. If you don't trust someone.
I don't know. I don't know. It probably was a Temu order. But, you know, you never know what's true and what's not from Chantal.
There's no point.
Hi, Angelina. Hi, Sally, the black. Oh, I said hello to Sally before.
It would be out like, he was really tired. Swimming makes him tired. So.
Chantal, when was the last time you went swimming? Like literally, when was the last time you went swimming? Is it swimming that makes you tired, or is it just basic human movement? Was it the getting up, walking out of the house, getting into the cab or the tuk-tuk, going to the beach, getting into the water, coming out of the water, and then reversing the process to get back to your apartment? I think that was the part that tuckers you out. I don't think you going swimming was the bit that tuckered you out. You would actually probably find that getting into the water, if you'd actually got up to your neck so you couldn't touch it, that's probably the first amount of weight relief that your body's probably felt in a really long time, because it would have taken stress off all of your joints, your little tootsies, your little ankles, your little knees, your spine, your rib cage, your shoulders, your neck would have felt relief from your body's weight being pressing down on them. So if you went for a swim, you'd actually probably feel a little bit better because your body would have felt a little bit of relief for a little minute. But I don't think that's what actually happened. I think you just went up to your knees.
Sorry, my drink is chewy. So anyway, I'm going down to get a delivery. And I have my earbud in.
Nah.
And it's like full blast. It's pretty loud, okay?
Nah.
And TikTok is going in the background. I was listening to like I Survived stories. Crazy stuff. Anyway. I'm handing him the money. He's handing me the stuff. And all of a sudden, it just like, you know how videos just automatically switch in TikTok? It switched to a super loud, it was like, Happy Easter, Grandpa, and then a loud farts. The loudest farts I've ever heard. And
so how did things like that pop up on your TikTok For You page? Because you search stuff like that. So do you reckon she was searching maybe fetus stuff, practical jokes? Maybe that's how she came upon the story about that YouTube guy that got shot by the other guy, pranks and stuff. Because that seems like it would relate. Why would fart stuff come up? It only shows you the stuff that you're interested in. It's not completely random like that, is it? And we know she loves the TikToks.
It scared the crap out of me. So he's handing me this stuff, and I'm like,
She would
so
have
we
been
went in the
embarrassed.
elevator.
It would have had to been
I look at my
isolated
phone,
and
it says,
remote.
Angry grandpa's gnarliest farts. And one of them, the caption was,
True.
"Most holding the sense since World War I." Oh, it's the cigarettes, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna start to sound like FFG.
Hi, Christy.
Jazz cigarette. I used to smoke those long ones with a cigarette holder. I didn't have one, Nora. Squeaky Frog. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's so nice, bees. And yes, when I go to Canada, we'll definitely have. What did the driver do? He looked bewildered and then just kind of was silent. Like, I find the people we've interacted with here are mostly non-reactive, really.
No, you're all right. You're okay. You didn't do
Like,
anything.
we went on
You're
this
all right.
little day trip thing, and we ended up. We usually don't really. We just go anywhere. We ended up on the street that was like deserted. Okay, and it was hot. Like we were both gonna pass out. We're both dizzy walking around. Oh, thanks, Squeaky Frog. And
Oh my God.
you never.
She's the worst. She's the worst storyteller. Just the worst. Oh, I find it incredibly unbearable when somebody is telling, like, it's like, so I was just about to walk into the hotel and the man was about to approach me. Hi, Squeaky, hi. Oh, yeah, I love chips too. What about you? Yeah, chips are great. I remember when I was at the 7-Eleven, you're like, no, go back. What did the man say? What was the man about to say? This kind of storytelling that she does is just maddening. It's really, really annoying.
Anyway.
Hi, Stan. Hi. Cycle.
And I'm dying walking, and I'm like, there's nowhere to sit. There's nowhere to drink any water. Sorry for smoking cigarettes here. I'm not sorry, whatever. I couldn't imagine leaving my mom. Well, I mean, my mom.
No, I would agree with you, Moonlight. Like she can't properly take care of herself. And I mean, people pee in the ocean all the time. I mean, the fish do it, people do it. But she probably felt like she got a good cleansing in the ocean. Like, it's an easy solution. She needs to swish her bum about a bit, get rid of the hard, stuck bits that have probably gone a bit crusty up there. Not that she'd probably, no, they wouldn't be crusty, they'd be slimy, but because of all the sweat and all that stuff. But yeah, she'd just give it a good shake and it comes off. And, you know, lots of people wash themselves in the ocean, you know. Why not?
Mom is still, touch wood. She's still, she's still out there every day. She's still young enough. I don't think it's not like I'll never see her.
Now, call me stupid, but what's the reference? What does squeaky foam mean? Is it a play on words? Squeaky foam. No, it doesn't mean anything to me. What does that mean? Is it something dirty? Is it something salacious? Please tell me what it means, Oceana.
I don't have to be with her all the time, like to take care of her. So if I had to, I'd go back in a minute, take care of her. So anyways, finally we come to this little hut. And so I was like, water? You have water? And they just were like looking at us like this for like 5 minutes straight. And so we used the translator and they were like, yes. And we're like, yes, okay. So like, it's like sometimes the language barrier is like so, I don't know if it's a language barrier, just some people are just like not very reactive.
I probably think these two people were like, what the fuck is this? Is that his mother? Is that his auntie? Is that his grandma? What is this? He's freakishly tall. She's ridiculously short and wide. Like, he looks like he's come from Florida with his weird hat and short shorts and tropical, like, Florida man shirts. And then she's wrapped up like a sausage, like a Christmas ham. Oh, they'd be quite the sight. And you'd be a little bit guarded, like, are they like serial killers? Are they just like obnoxious American tourists? What is this? I mean, I'm pretty sure most Thai people would understand the word water. I mean, if they're sellers of things and they own a shop, I'm sure they'd have tourists coming up to them and going, water, bottle of water? And they'd be like, yeah, that's 75 baht or whatever it is. It stood there just looking, going, water? Yeah, okay, Chantal, that's a true story.
No one's promised tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. They have nieces or nephews.
No, that was God that did that. That was God.
I don't smoke.
Oh my God.
Cigarettes.
I did not know that. The things that you know is frightening sometimes, Oceana. That's really bizarre.
You. Trigger warning.
Ugh, she's so gross.
Who knows what happened to the world? Oh, there's somebody living there. You know, they're decently priced townhouses. Like, I think we paid like $17.50 a month, but nothing included. So that was like my first time having to pay utilities, because I purposely always look for an apartment all included. Like, I don't want to be bothered. It's not even the money. It's I don't want to be bothered, you know, to worry about extra utilities and setting up things. Yeah, Vamp. I know. Like, but that's the thing.
Hi,
Like, there is no.
Kimberlina.
We're split up. This is what happens when I don't tell you shit about my life. You make it up.
No, we just have fun, like, bantering around ideas, because your life is so random and ridiculous, and you lie about so many things. It's sport. It's sport to just think about what's the dumbest decision or the weirdest, most random thing that could happen between these two. And the inevitable outcome will be that they'll split up. He'll go his way, she'll go hers. She'll cling on to the imaginary husband arc for like 2 years. I mean, look how long she dragged Nada out. Imagine what she's going to do to Sala when they split. It's just fun to sort of like see what story you can think of, suppose, imagine, and just see what will actually land, because with Chantal, anything can happen. The crazy is abundant.
You make shit up, and then your audience gets a little spoon and eats it. Oh, hi, Messi. I know it's just ridiculous to keep opening apartments, but no one can afford to pay $3,000 a month. What the heck? No, it's not about our fight. Oh, listen, Salah and I.
Oh, here we go.
We're in a relationship, okay, but we're still individual people. Salah goes to Pio, and he left her. Hi. Anyway, it's about me, and I have issues that don't go away when you move to another country. Okay, it's like, you know.
Holy crap balls. As if we all didn't say that out loud to her when we were telling her that maybe moving to Kuwait to marry a stranger was a really bad idea. It's not going to fix shit. What about your mental health? What about therapy? What about meds? What about taking care of all that stuff before you transfer all your problems to another country where you don't know anyone, can't speak the language, don't know what the medical health system's like, don't know if this guy's a good guy? How about we don't just shift geographical points? We take care of what's going on here. But no. What was Chantal's response to that question and that statement? Oh, I'll just be too happy. I'll be too happy. None of that'll matter. It'll all be okay once I'm with Salah. I will be too happy. I'll be so distracted that all of this will be fine. I remember her sitting there saying that, and I just thought, you are delusional. Mental health does not work that way. It doesn't just go away. Anxiety, depression, whatever borderline personality defiance bullcrap she's got going on just will not go away because of a dude in another country. It doesn't take it away. And this one, 12 months later, is going, It's all my stuff. It doesn't just go away. Well, duh, Fred. Duh, fucking Fred.
I just get stressed sometimes. I just need to like talk. You know what I mean? Like I can talk to him, but for me, sometimes I use YouTube like live streams to talk to you guys about stuff, like normal life stuff. You know, just want a cigarette sometimes. Nothing controversial about that. It's hard being together all the time.
It's not controversial, but you're an idiot because you've got really bad asthma that you can barely walk, according to you, and you've got scar tissue on your lungs, according to you. You're feeling dizzy a lot, so you shouldn't be smoking. You get on everybody else's back for smoking. So yeah, just one of the things that we like to point out when you're a hypocrite and you criticize other people for having smokers' voices and smoking. Just like to point that out. Not harassment, not being judgy, just pointing that out.
It's fine, but
okay, guys, shit's getting real. I've just finished my Pepsi. We're moving on to our spicy margarita. It's a homemade margarita with chili flakes in it. Yeah, that's right. It's nothing better in summertime than a nice, icy, cold margarita and a live stream. Okay. I'm going to try not to drink it too fast because I love me a margarita because I will get tipsy very, very quickly. And so this shit might go sideways if that happens. Okay.
in a relationship, yeah. Our anniversary, well, I won't tell you the day.
Oh, it's so good.
1700 for one bedroom. What? Oh no, ours was 2. That's crazy. We won't tell anyone. I feel like when I talk to you guys, that's what it's like. You guys won't tell anyone, but the whole public is watching this. So if they get okay, yeah, like couples don't always agree. Are you going to say if you're in a relationship you never fight? And basically you're making up these things based on having no evidence whatsoever, no proof whatsoever, all imagination.
Yeah, and that's okay. You use your imagination to come up with your sex stories. We use our imagination to come up with ideas about what you guys do and do not do. It's fine. It's harmless. It doesn't hurt anybody.
My favorite color? I don't really have a favorite. I don't really. I like a lot of colors. You can tell us anything. I'm also I saw a really cool concert. Did you guys hear of this sphere that's in Las Vegas? It's like a huge sphere with millions of LED lights. And I don't know, Tyler. I'm sorry, guys, if I didn't see your comments. Visa issues because you're not married? What? No, that's not even true. Why would I admit to something that's not true? I mean, okay, people have.
Now, okay. So, Moon, you love spicy everything. I never used to be able to eat anything spicy. I had no tolerance to spice. It would actually be upsetting to me if I bit into something and it was spicy because it would just ruin it. Now, I have grown my tolerance to spicy by trying spicy, adding a tiny little bit, trying new dishes, just trying to, build it up because I miss out on a lot of good food that has a little bit of spice in it, especially Korean food because I love their spice. The first spicy margarita I had was only a few months ago because normally I just have a regular margarita on the rocks. I don't like the frozen ones. I like the ones with ice, you shake it, drain it. And they had the rim on it. I ordered a margarita and I got a spicy one. I'm like, oh shit, this might be a bit too hot for me. It was amazing. So now when I make them at home, I put the chili in the margarita, put the bit of salt, and it's just the best. I absolutely love it.
I have absolutely zero proof of anything. Even though I've said from my own mouth, we could not legally be in Kuwait together. Why would we risk that? Maybe you would think I would do that, but so I would not. Yes.
But okay, so here's the conjecture. The conjecture is that you guys have set up a temporary marriage situation. You've fudged paperwork to get her to be able to stay for as long as she can because it takes a long time to get marriage and stuff, documents sorted. And you guys managed it really, really quickly. It's not like it was a year-long process. It was a month. And she's only had to leave twice. And she's been there nearly a year. That's funky. There's something up with that. From everything that we've Googled, from people that have been in the Middle East, people who travel around the world, come in and out of different countries all the time, people who live overseas, work overseas, but, have a home country, have said there's something weird with this. This is not legit. Now, just because you are, she's wangled something. They've fudged paperwork. They've done something irregular because it doesn't fit in with all the information we've Googled, we found out, or have expressly heard from people who know this stuff. That's why people talk about it, because you are someone who is willing to do dodgy shit just to get what you want. You did it with Nada. You've lied, lying about being a vegan and eating chicken's not the same thing, but it shows a willingness to tell lies to get what you want. And you did that with Nada, with the going to the cops. You were mad at him, so you were willing to tell lies. If you had to make up a fraudulent piece of paper or sign something dodgy or tell a lie to be able to be legally married to Sawa, I would say that you would be 100% down to do that. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever.
Live there. He has a family, you know. So
Hi, Charlotte.
the buildings we lived in, you have to show your marriage certificate. And I mean, that would be contrived one. That would take a lot of work. If you saw it, you would know specific paper to use. We could show you, but we don't owe it to you, so we're not going to.
So that makes me seem like they did, because she's like, oh, do you know how hard that would be to do? You've got to have certain paper and stuff. That's a really fucking weird answer for that question. You would have said, we wouldn't even know how to go about fraudulently making up a document. You wouldn't go into all the elements, like one or two elements that you need to make up that. You wouldn't be like, oh, it's complicated and it's hard and you have to have special paper and stuff. To be like, we wouldn't even know where to start. That would have been my answer. It's like, I don't even know who I'd talk to get fake papers. What are you talking about?
If you don't want to believe we're married, okay, whatever.
I can believe that they are on paper married. Are they a love match? Heck no. Is he into her? Absolutely not. Is this anything but a gambit to get out of Kuwait? Absolutely. Absolutely. They give off nothing but bro energy, tolerance. And he's such an attention whore. He loves this YouTube stuff.
You know, we can get vacation from your vacation. Okay, this will be the last one. I'm single with my non-platonic roommate who's definitely totally smoking weed.
I don't think she shows it off because I think the dates are off. I think because they did their pictures and stuff on the 6th of November, like when they did the chubby fingers and the ugly ring pictures, you know, that one where they're like candles and the bracelets and the rings. That was the 6th of November. I don't think they were married at that date. I think it was later. I think the courthouse one where they were outside the courthouse and they're like, yay, celebrate. They're actually married. That's where I think it was actually officially married, like a whole thing. And that's why she doesn't show the marriage certificates, because the dates don't line up with what she's saying, which means they weren't legally supposed to be living in the apartment together from the 6th, but when she landed from the 1st. So that could get them into some legal trouble, because if they were pretending to be married and staying together for that time, that could be something that down the track could be like problematic for them. So I think the dates are out of alignment with what her timeline that she's created for their marriage, for their love story.
Speaking for all, if you talk about it, you're just normalizing normal fighting in a relationship. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I respect my husband, because even if we did argue once in a while, it's never abuse. It's never abusive. It's not something I feel like I need to vent to the public.
I call bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. She's a food addict. We saw how she was with Nada. Like, she's explosive, she's impulsive, she's mean, she's rude, she's nasty. We saw the meltdown that she had when she was in Canada. He's a pig, yada, yada. He doesn't love me, blah, blah, blah. So does she expect us to think that they are not having conversations where she is degrading him, calling him names, chucking tanties, throwing wobblies, when she doesn't get the food she wants, when they're getting low on money, when he's sick of her shit? Do we honestly expect that their conversations and their arguments are healthy, respected communications? Like, he speaks, she speaks, they resolve the problem. Is that the line she's trying to sell us? That she doesn't use abusive language with him and he doesn't use abusive language with her? Oh my God, I don't believe it for a second that she is a calm, tolerant, good communicator when they have an argument in a relationship. based on what I've seen from her personality, I don't believe it.
People too. There's there's nothing major. Like we have, like you should know me by now that if something is not normal, I'm probably gonna spill it, especially if it affects me emotionally and makes me unhappy. He's really
She's
good
not going to spill that because that would mean that they have a less than perfect love match. She's not going to tell us that.
to me. He's like the best, and I feel different in this relationship than anyone for some reason. Like like more of a family, like a protection. Like
He is willing to pretend for you. He's willing to pretend. He is willing to claim you. That is why. And you think he's hot shit. That is why you feel different. He's willing to step outside his door and go, this is my wife. She is beautiful. That's why you feel different, because you feel like he represents the husband of your dreams. He's, hot and other women want him. Like he's desirable, and it's like vomit. He's vomit. He's gross. He's nasty. He's disgusting. He would, no.
I don't know how to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. The bees are spray? It's no one's business what your bees are. Yeah, teardrop, exactly. Aaron, I deserve some bees in time with cigarettes. Yeah, secret life of bees. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, we are. Okay, Holy Spirit, she speaks badly about me every day. I'm allowed a job once in a while. I'll deal with it. Actually, same time, it's important to not always get along. And it's yeah,
You're fine, Christy.
Yeah, just a cigarette, a Thai cigarette. On my game.
It's because she's the head bitch at the psych ward. She's paid off the wardens. She paid them off in cigarettes. Why do you think she's got so many now? And she farms out her meds to the other patients at the psych ward. That's why. I just love the fact that it's one of the psych wards where they let you wear your home clothes, that they don't make you wear the funny little jet robes. They probably let her wear her own because they don't have one that fits her.
Well, hi, Betty Spaghetti. I like your name. You think she's on
Betty Spaghetti. I called the stream Sweaty Betty. It rhymes.
But that's awesome. And I do get people who, I guess, I should be
It's on the
thankful.
balcony,
Thank
though.
you to all the shit talkers who promote my channel. Thank you.
Sweetie, you have, since I've been watching you, and I've been watching you since 2020, I think 2020. Yeah, that sounds about right. 2020, February 2020. You have gone from 93 point, I think it was like 93 something thousand, and you've only just hit, I think she's at 95,000 now. So in those 2 years, you've gained 2,000 subs. Now, I think those subs probably have been bought, but that would be, growth. But nobody's promoting your channel. We're promoting our own channels. People don't come to watch you, they come to watch us. The fact that there are so many reaction channels that come to watch us watching you instead of going to the source should tell you something. Nobody's promoting you. Nobody. You don't get cross growth from the reaction channels. It just doesn't work that way. We get cross growth from each other. And that really probably gives you the shits too.
Appreciate it. But welcome, Betty Spaghetti. I like when people formulate their own opinions about me.
Oh, I gotta drink it slower because it's so good.
Yeah, that's a joke. I almost wish it would happen just to make content out of it because it's so funny.
It is funny.
If anyone could sue anyone, it would be me. You can literally create a fake person to trick me into giving my cat to your brother. How is that? That's total grounds for suing.
I totally missed this part about the cat, so we're just gonna fast forward because I don't want to hear about it.
And she wants to sue me over accidentally doxing, because
it doesn't matter whether it was accidental or not. Car accidents are accidental. Doesn't mean you didn't do it. Doesn't mean it's not your fault. Doesn't mean it's not okay. You can say it's accidental, but the result is that that person is doxed publicly. And offering to pay for a new phone number doesn't undox that number. It's like crashing into them and then going, "Oh, I'll give you $1,000 to uncrash the car." It doesn't happen. You doxed her. You were careless with her information and you revealed it publicly on your stream. You can't undo that. You're just really, really lucky that FFG is not an idiot when it comes to these kinds of things and had preemptively just used a Google number, like an internet generated number, and not an actual number that was connected to her home, her housing, like where she's physically at. She was just really lucky. You are really lucky that didn't show people where she was. But you didn't know that. What you knew was that was her number. And you showed it. And you didn't give a crap. And this is the story you tell now to make you look less like an asshole for doing that.
After apologize and offer to change the number. Good luck.
You can eat your apology with your big bag of dicks. That apology means nothing because you don't mean it. See how you love it? I doxed her and I offered to pay for it. Doesn't undox the person from a dangerous criminal knowing her phone number, texting her, harassing her. A stabby guy who said he would find her no matter where she was. Even if she lived in a birdhouse, he would find her. Luckily, that number wasn't attached to anything.
Look. Yeah, Betty. Defamation too, yeah, for sure. Especially with the cat. Yeah, I'm okay with Diva.
I hope she comes back in the next life as a worm. A worm. Because I want whatever she eats to come out the other end of her mouth. I want shit both ends. I hope she comes out as a worm.
I'm just like in a weird mood, that's all. It happens to me sometimes. You know.
Revolting, right, Becca?
No, Emily, but I'm an adult. I can do what I want. If I want to smoke, I can smoke, you know?
And I'm an adult. And if I want to react to you and say that you tell terrible stories, you're a horrible person, you do shitty things, you're lame, your clothes suck, you probably stink, I can do that because I'm an adult and I'm allowed to do that on YouTube. Just like you're allowed to smoke and be a hypocrite, I'm allowed to say things and be a hypocrite too. Hypocrites all around.
Okay, I'm whatever. It's like I like to be private, but sometimes I just like to not be so private. I don't know. I don't know if that will ever change about me. I try, but
Hi, Nemanor. Hello.
see, because I don't know. I'm just really dizzy today. So I'm sleeping.
He pretends to sleep, probably.
What kind of meds do you feel at? My mental health meds. Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Maybe the smoking makes me feel dizzy. No, even when I'm not smoking. I don't know. I think it's like the heat I'm hot right now. That's why I'm red and sweaty. And I look really tired.
See, this is the energy that I can appreciate. Lower. Let's all do a grateful manifestation. Universe, I'm loving your work today. Thank you for blessing us with the silent apparatus of a cigarette, as opposed to Chantal's normal, obnoxious huffing and puffing on a shisha. Thank you so much. You really were looking out for us today. You took the obnoxious level down from 100 to about a 3. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye. See, you found the silver lining. Gratitude manifestation done.
I am tired. A cigarette isn't permissive in Islam. No, it's not really, yeah. It's not really permissible it's not good for you, period. But like I said, I'm not perfect all the time.
Yeah, but you're willing to glob onto those things that make you look very, very Muslim, like the hijab and the abayas. That's one of the cherry-picked things. You're very, very faithful to covering up and being modest, but you're not particularly faithful to the other things that are completely important, like not putting unhalal things in your body and smoking and acting in a certain way. We just pick the ones that we like, and the outfit is cool. I have a story. I did something today. I'm either really corny and really cheesy, or I'm just a person that likes other people. So I'm lining up today. And this also has got to do something that she said today. Women in our culture really just don't leave the house very much. The men get to go out, but the women don't. I'm like, bullshit. I was getting sushi for my lunch today. And what did I order? The lobster salad with avocado, put a little bit of soy sauce. I got that in a roll. And 2 pieces of nigiri with avocado and crunchy chicken. That was my lunch. And there was 3 ladies in front of me, and they were Muslims because they had the hijabs on. It was a young girl. She's probably about 8 or 9. The mum and then her teenage daughter. And they all had the hijabs on, and they were getting some sushi for lunch as well. And when they were leaving, I don't know if it was appropriate or not, but I said, hi. I said, hello. And I said, Bismillah. And they looked at me and they went, oh, are you Muslim? And I went, no. I said, I just watch videos and stuff. I just said some bullshit. And they went, oh, so thank you very much. I said, enjoy your meal. And they go, thank you. And it was just a fun interaction, but I was just like, oh, I was a little proud of myself that I was like, I want to interact with these lovely ladies. And you know what? They weren't dressed like dumpster trucks. They had beautiful pale blue. The mum was wearing a pale blue hijab that was under her chin, not here, but here, and pinned. And she had a really nice navy blue printed dress underneath. The little girl had a little girl outfit on. She had a singlet with a long sleeve shirt underneath it. She had a stretchy grey one with a purple over the top. She had a Converses on, and she had some leggings. I can't remember what the teenage daughter was wearing, but she had a light coloured hijab on too. None of them looked like dumpster fires. So it's a Chantal thing. But yeah, that was my little interaction today.
Exactly. I don't bother. I don't want to waste my time explaining things anymore, making videos, raging on live streams about anything
I know,
that's not
buddy.
true or that's not worth addressing, or that there's no point, because it's like talking to this. There's people who don't care.
You know what? It's like talking to a wall, Chantal. Do you know why when you say the things and you talk about this? Because this is the section where I cut out a lot of the cat stuff because it's all crap. Nobody wants to hear it. We all know the story. We all know what happened with the cats. She likes to try and revise it, but I'm just not having it. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to know about it. Don't want to talk about it. The reason that it's like talking to a brick wall is because we know the truth. You can't convince us. You can't negotiate it. You can't brainwash us. We know what happened. So when you try and blah, 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 blah in our faces and we be like, no, that's why, because we are an immovable object. And you're not used to immovable objects. You're used to throwing tanties and throwing words at people and throwing money at things and making things shift for you. And we are not willing to do that because we know what happened. And you can't change it. Can't undo it. You can't unvideo it. The paperwork will never be altered, never be changed. The vet said what the vet said. And you can't rewrite Cuba. You can't rewrite Pumped Up Kicks because we saw it. We were there. You live streamed it. You can't undo it. You can't make it what it isn't. So it is like talking to a brick wall because you can't change that truth.
Or if I'm doing well.
When are you doing well?
Personally, about me at all. All they care about is how much money I can make them. That's it. They exploit my life. They make.
Yep. My $40 a month is just life changing. I put it towards my Ubers back and forth on the rainy days to work or when I'm feeling a bit lazy. You are changing my life, Chantal. Your $40 a month really, really changes my world.
Money off my life, my misfortunes, and that's the extent of it. Not the news. I was waiting for some is ongoing. I did do Ramadan, last Ramadan raining.
Did she actually do Ramadan though? No, she didn't. She slept all day and then she just got up to binge eat. No, she was eating. She was still eating. She just slept all day and then she got up to eat and then ate and then until she went back to sleep. So she technically did do Ramadan.
I wish I had money to travel for this long. Yeah, well, I hope you get to travel someday, Bugs, and do what you want in life. The boil's healed. I'm not trapped in the hotel. Like, what do you mean? Like, we have a whole couples channel doing things, and actually, it would have been tonight, but
that's her proof of their loving relationships. We have a whole couples channel of doing stuff. Like, we filmed it. It's got to be real. What does she always say? Don't believe everything you see on the YouTube. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true, Chantal.
But so I was thinking tomorrow we just watch the final version together of the vlog, and then it's going out. So it'll be caught up.
That means both of them. Both of them are signing off on the edits that they do on their vlogs. So they both give it the 2 thumbs up and go, yes, this is good enough. This is the one. This is going to get us all the views. This is premium product. This is what I want people to see to represent our relationship and how we've experienced our holidays. This is good shit. Send, upload, do it, girl. It's wonderful. They're both giving it the okay. Wow. They're both rubbish at editing and they both have really bad storytelling. Like they both have no eye or creativity, because if they are both saying it's good, wow.
I don't even know if it's caught up. We have so many clips. Like, actually, no, there's still more clips. So, but there was a time where I wanted, it's not trapped. I mean, I wanted to stay in the hotel room so I could recoup, you know? This is overwhelming for me sometimes. No shame in that.
I will agree with that. I've been on holidays where I've just been like, oh, I need to stay in bed today. I can't do another day with people talking to me. Not that I hate people, but it's a lot sometimes when you've got like the anxiety. But I took one day and I was tired. We'd been traveling for like 3 weeks. We'd been to San Francisco. We'd been to New York. We'd been to Niagara. We'd been to LA. I was like, we hit Orlando and I'm like, dude, I need a day in bed. I need a book. I need some yummy hotel delivery, room service, and I just need to chill out. I don't want to go to another theme park. So he went and did all the theme parks on his own, and I just stayed in the bed. And then the next day, you know what we did? We went to Universal Studios, and then we just carried on. Like you got to have, but it was a day. I had to sort myself. I didn't want to waste the opportunity and the time, and I didn't want my brand new husband to be having a honeymoon on his own. I got over myself and made it happen. But I suppose I had money and an incentive, and my husband was having sex with me on this holiday, unlike you in Thailand with your bro Sala bro. They literally, I bet people think they're brother and sister.
It's kind of weird we're still here.
Hi,
Yeah,
Gentle
I mean,
Crew.
if it was this, I know I wouldn't tell. If there was, I don't feel like I owe that information to anyone. You know, like my visa status, that's weird. Why? What?
You don't owe it. You don't owe it. But is it going to hurt you to give it? Nah. Is it going to dox you? Nah. Is it going to shut people up? Probably. There's the only reason to withhold it is to be sketchy. If you were a naturally private person, if you had a history of being private for privacy's sake, we probably would feel a little bit invasive to ask these questions. Be like, it's really none of our business. She's a nice lady. She's very private. We don't want to make her feel uncomfortable by asking these things. We feel free to ask these things because you have always been so open. And the only time you've ever held back information like that is because it's a lie, or it's shady, or you're doing something deceptive. And the fact that you're holding it back just reinforces that belief for us. Whereas you could be like, this is my thing, this is my paper. But even that, because you've doctored paperwork in the past, that's why nobody believes you, because of your past behaviors. You've doctored stuff, you just tell lies, you manufacture things. If you'd never lied and you were just a genuine, honest person, this reputation wouldn't be there, and we would just believe what you say.
Why does anyone even care? You know, like we have our reasons for doing what we do, and that's it. It's our life. It's our private life. We have a right to privacy. Do you feel comfortable going back to the labor market? Yeah, sure. Why not? There was no drama with that lady apparently filming me. Whatever. 90 Day Fiance. I did a good job on that show.
Girlfriend, your whole life is 90 Day Fiance. It's just lasted for a year. You've just managed to extend it out. This is what you wanted. How many times did she say, anybody want papers? Does anybody want, like, who wants to do 90? Wasn't she going to do like a 90 Day Fiance content for her channel where she was going to like, oh, that dog's barking again. Oh my God. He'll stop soon. Like to find a guy and do like literally she is the honey trap for the 90 Day Fiance. Wasn't she going to do that? So that's why people think this. Just the whole setup makes us think it's like a marriage scam.
Because you've done a 360 from telling us. Yeah, I realize that.
And she, you know what? She's never questioned the fact that Salah's so charming, so smart, so accomplished, so good looking, that he's so great that someone like Chantal could get him. You know what I mean? High quality men usually get high quality women. They don't usually go for unemployed, ignorant, non-Muslim, 10 years older than them, non-Arabic speaking foreigners. They usually go for someone that would meld quite easily into their family, or if they've got lots of similar interests. Like she's never questioned the fact, why me? In her mind, it's like, of course it's me. Why? Like, yeah, they all want me. The hottest one, the most handsomest one, of course he wants me.
I would be more understanding that. I mean, it's been like what, a year now that I'm with Salah, and nothing catastrophic has happened. Like, mashallah, but people are still trying to tie me with who in videos and like thumbnails of why would you want to do that to someone? Like, why would you want to get a negative reaction from someone, like, by associating them with someone who abused them? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's fucked up. Like, I would never do that. Never.
Chantal, you abused him back. You were just as awful to him as he was to you. We saw the back and forth live streams. We saw how you talked about him. We saw like a fake apology, like the embarrassed apology, and how desperate you were to be with him. You were like, I want to keep the restraining order, but I still want to have sex with him. And the way that you talked about him and the way you talked about Dee Dee, you were just as shitty to him as he was to you, verbally and manipulation-wise. Physical stuff I don't know about, but when it comes down to being just a shitty person to someone that you apparently like, you were just as bad. So just miss me with that shit.
My time doing that. So you know what? You know how I deal with that kind of hate is I'm thankful that I'm not a piece of crap like that.
But you are a piece of crap like that.
So grateful. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, well, exactly. They want their soap opera, yeah. But this is like my real life, and there's not made up drama. It doesn't work that way. Ian's life, I would say I do a pretty good job at ignoring it, considering, of course I could ignore it.
She does a terrible job ignoring it. Every single live stream that she has, and she has about 2 a week, she talks about it in every single live stream. She's watching everybody. She's probably watching this. So she watches Skinny, she watches Hannibal, she watches Breezy, she watches everybody. She watches everything. She must do it in 1.5 or 1.75 because who's got time? But she definitely watches everybody and she doesn't ignore it. How does she know she's being harassed if she's not watching the videos? Because she's not just watching FFG, she's watching everybody.
More. But considering, like, if you do the balance on the amount of people who talk about me versus me just addressing things once in a while, it's like, accountability for what? Living my life?
For Pumped Up Kicks, for Cuba, for all the things that you said about FFG and her dogs, all the things the stuff, the hag comments about your chat, the comments about what you've said to people about Muslims and God hating them too, how all reaction channels are fat, overweight, mentally ridiculous. I was going to say the R word, but I didn't. Losers, fat, ugly, broke, poor, the racist comments, the homophobic comments, the things you've said about Pete, allowing Salah to say nasty thing to the audience, lying about pretty much most parts of your life when you could just say nothing at all instead of lying. those kinds of things you could be accountable for, instead of just saying, I've never done anything to anyone ever. Take accountability for the things that you have done, even if it was 5 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. You lie and you say really terrible things. You've never, ever taken accountability for any of it.
What did I do to? Okay, I know I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, her main audience, it's her chat's not fun because they've all left her." Well, if they've left, they were never real supporters in the first place because I did nothing to these people on a personal level.
It doesn't have to be on a personal level. It could be literally telling them to fuck off in your chat. That's pretty personal. You're like, well, I'm choosing Sala over you. People that were there who had your back all the way through Nada, people who genuinely cared for a person that you'd known for half a split second. You're like, fine, there's the door. You were the person that turned your back on them, not the other way around. You were like, right, you're gone. There was no compromise. There was no calm discussion. There was no DMs behind the scene to be like, I really love this person. I would hope that you would trust my judgment. I need your support through this because I am a little bit scared. I don't know what I'm doing. I understand that, appreciate that you have some fear for me, but I feel like this is the right decision for me to do. And if it's a mistake, it's my mistake, but I would hope that you'd be there to help me through my mistake if it turns sour. No. If you don't like it, you can go. Because she's reactive and impulsive and she can't communicate very well.
I don't know. I did nothing. I live my life. I go live. I do videos, like whatever. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm sorry if like some people who didn't deserve to be lashed out at on the tube of rage, But there were a lot of people
right,
trolling
Gentle,
and trying to get me to rage too.
It's
like
bad.
And I was in a bad state of mind. I can't think of what else, So I really don't.
Can't think of a single thing I've ever done wrong to anyone ever.
Yes, we miss quakes.
Oh, threatening to shoot someone in the face if they ever came near your house. That's pretty. I would say that's a pretty harsh thing to say, considering you've never had anyone near your house. I mean, FFG's brother to save the cat, I'll excuse that because there was a cat involved. But other than that, she said come near your house, has no desire to. None of us do. None of us want to go anywhere near where you live. I mean, you need a hazmat suit.
I treated my life like a soap opera? Maybe at some point. That's not my life anymore, That's not my life. I don't feel well.
Yeah. Reading the truth and taking a shit sandwich would make you feel pretty sick, yeah.
I took him in the bathroom. How am I rewriting history? I'm not at all. I don't know. No, he wants to go home. So, I mean, all of that stuff that happened and everything, it's all done. It's gone. It's not my life anymore. It's too miserable. I'm just like not feeling well, Courtney. I'm not feeling well. Not just like physically right now, like a little sick. Yeah, I'm not down. Well, a little bit, I guess. I'm not in the best of, like, not feeling the best. No, very hot bugs. Troll's pretty hard today. Every time I actually talk about stuff, yeah. Thanks guys for the well wishes. Hello if I. Yeah, thank you.
My iPad's running out of power. My cord's
I should keep one in the freezer because I get overheated and feel sick quite often.
Now it's
I should
working.
plan to go to Canada so you can see a family. I do plan on it eventually. No, I don't need to go to the hospital. I just don't feel well. It happens a lot.
She's basically just feels sick all the time from the heat. And that's what we said. That's what we said was going to happen when you went to Thailand or when you went to Kuwait. The heat's not good for people that are overweight because you're carrying so much weight. You get overheated, your brain, your body, your systems just don't work. But keep eating your mukbangs. Keep having your big meals.
Not like a lot, but in this weather, yeah, it's really bad. Skin tone like Jen. What the heck? You guys are on drugs, not me, okay? We're just wheezing. I am.
Just mental health shame all of us for inferring that she looks unhealthy like Jen before she passed away. She was very ruddy, but I think she was like, that was her complexion. She was a strawberry blonde. She was a redhead, so she's got that redhead skin. It's a bit pinkish. I think the inference there is that you're looking very peaked. You're looking pretty unhealthy. And that's a sign of something that is wrong with your systems. But you don't ever do anything about it to get it seriously checked out. So
Amazing. Stuck in the sweat trap. He's not forced to stay. That's what you guys don't realize. It's there because he wants to be. He
okay,
likes the sweat
Lola.
trap. He sweats more than me. No, there's nothing I wanted. Pretty much everything I wanted to say I've gotten off my chest. There's a lot I don't feel like talking about. Yeah, for sure. Not about anything in my personal life. Just
Caramelized onion on pork sausages. Sorry, anybody in there that's a vegan or can't eat the pork, with mash, like bangers and mash with a really thick gravy, and you've got the mash, and then you've got to have peas with it too. So good. I hope they're good. What's the caramel? What are the onion? What's that for?
it's like little stupid things. But no, I'm okay. I'm just, you guys aren't used to seeing me like this often. Hi guys, thanks for amazing.
She probably feels sick from the 2 burgers that she ate. She probably had 2 of those double cheeseburgers. They're probably like a lot of fat and grease in those. So that's probably what's making her feel sick. And if they had cheese on them too, that'd be making you feel pretty gross too. So that was her really, like, it wasn't ragey, but it was like she was pissy. She was more pissy than she was ragey. Like she was just, like, ugh. I'm such the victim and everybody picks on me and I never do anything wrong and they're all just assholes. We could be assholes, but, whatever. Okay, so this is what I've clipped. Now, do we want to go back? Do we want to take a little reminiscence to October 2nd, 2022? Do we want to go and see what Chantal was talking about, what Chantal was doing on that day a year ago? Because it's really good. It's really, really good. It's got the footage in there that I wanted to clip where she was talking about the stinky man with the long fingernails and the bad BO. Do you want to watch? Do you want to watch it? Because it's a good one. It's a very good one. Ooh, so good. Okay, so let's get rid of her because we don't want to see that. And this one, now, I know some people are like, you shouldn't show Chantal without a hijab on. It's like, well, tough shit. I'm going to. She put the footage out there. Whatever. It is what it is. Let me see. Okay. And now this one I got this from Just Saying's channel. So please watch the whole thing if you'd like to on her channel through. Sub if you're not already subbed, or at least go and give the video a like on my behalf. She does clip. She's got all the vids. She's got all the stuff, and she's kind enough to edit it down and put it together and allows us to use them freely. So please be nice to Just Saying. Okay, so this is wig, but we also get to see bald Chantal, and we get to see her disgusting messy room. So I'm going to let this play a little bit. I'm going to go and refresh my drink, and I will be back in 2 shakes of a fat lamb's tail. All right? Enjoy.
You guys are going to be in disbelief when
I'm gonna turn this up
you
a
see
little
how
bit.
much of a glow up, and we have to take care of of this house. Especially if there's a possibility in the future of rent to own. That would be amazing because, again, $30-something thousand or whatever a year in rent, or $30,000 a year in rent, or whatever it is, that's a big chunk down payment on a house already. So to not have to lose that money really is enticing to me. No rage blocking. No, I'm not. I need all the fucking money I can. Chantal, you have 3 weeks until payday. Is that kind of weird when I like when a man touches my belly? Uh-oh. I have a feeder fetish. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of like Kurds who are seeking asylum here. And they're all new here, and they're barely just new here. And I'm just being nice and friendly as a welcoming Canadian woman. They're all staying at this one house. I'm not taking advantage of poor refugees. I'm just helping out. Well, they hit on me and they kissed me and everything. Just give me a minute. Because I'll tell you something right now. The fuck? Pete! Excuse me. Pete, oh my god.
Yes, yes. Okay, yes.
A rattle, 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 rat. Yeah.
In the YouTube algorithm, the people are represented by three separate yet equally important groups: the one that creates, the one that views, and the one that just can't help but react. Under Title 17, I am a member of an elite squad.
I'm the fastest margarita maker in the West. Did you see how quick that was? All right, okay. Here we go.
Also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are
I
the
know,
stories.
gross, right? Oh, she's a bit loud now. Back in the day, filthy villa, the filthy villa, just nasty, disgusting. This was only 12 months ago. This is literally October the 2nd. Well, this was uploaded onto Just Saying's channel. So she usually has a 24 turnaround. So it's either the date October 1st, October 2nd. But this was like literally 12 months ago. She's a completely different person, guys. She's completely different. She's changed in every way.
Baby girl. Look at all of the fresh food you are still whining for.
Cats were existing in that space. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Hi, Saved by Jesus. Hi. Oh, I'm going to try my other lipstick. So creamy. Tell us again, Chantal, how much you loved your cat. Tell us again how much you love them, because you can love them and be terrible at taking care of them at exactly the same time. One is an emotion, the other one is an action. It's easy to love something that's cute and fluffy, but what isn't easy is taking care of them and making sure they're okay. But yeah, tell us how you weren't an animal abuser and how you didn't neglect them. Just tell us that. It's not on video or anything. We don't have evidence that you weren't good to the cat. Not at all.
Hi! 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 Hi!
Mm.
Hi! 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 Oh, one thing is though.
Oh, I don't know what happened to the noises. Oh, she must have cut that out because it was gross. Now, I didn't deliberately pause it there, but Chantal shaved her head, right? Got rid of it, wearing the wigs. We were doing the wig thing. Now, just from the pattern on the front, when she turns around, we'll see it. Don't get up and move it. Reach over. That's right. So looking at this, what makes you think that she doesn't have a full head of hair, that we are literally rocking a skullet? Because the growth pattern on here is making me think she's long on here and then short on the top. We've got a skullet moment happening. Absolutely. Do I have my picture? Do I have my little picture? Let me see if I can find my picture. Where is it? Where is it? Do I have it? I think I've actually got it listed under skullet. Or did I get rid of it? It's under S for Scarlet. Is it here? Is it here? Oh, no, you're looking at me squinting. Don't look at me. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Can I bring it up? Can I share that screen? I wonder if you can see it. Wonder if you can see it. Let me see. No, I don't think it's doing it. Oh, I know how to do it. Look at me go. Look at me go. There we go. Here we go. This one. Okay. I'll make me small so you can see it. This is what I think. Can I make it bigger? This is the hairdo that I think Foodie's rocking. This is what I think is happening underneath. We've got volumes underneath. We've got plenty of action here and then nothing on top. She's got the scarlet. That's what we're looking at. That's why she's got to put it in a ponytail. That's why. Yes. Okay. Oh, there we go. Resume program.
Kayla Cat. Hi, everybody. Who's ready for some tea? Who's ready for some tea? Will you guys still love me after?
Oh, the lizard nails. They were too much. Oh my God. The lizard nails. She's got the lizard nails. The orange, horrible, Halloween themed orange brown poop nails. Do you remember those? They were iconic. And what do? How do we do our skincare, ladies? We do it on filthy skin. We get the moisturizer and we rub it all over dirty skin because that's how we get good, healthy, glowy skin. That's how you do it. I don't care how much money she spends on Lush. It's never going to fix her skin.
Will you guys still love me? Is this clickbait? Did I do a good job, Stephanie? I put the oh my God in there. The truth about the house.
I know she looks plump here, but she looks so much bigger now. Just her face. Like you can actually see her cheekbones here. She doesn't have that thing where the cheeks look like they're actually going to come in and touch the nose. She doesn't have that cheek thing where it's like bowing in. Just the amount of weight that she's added to her face is just incredible. And we used to look at her here going, oh my God, look how much weight she's put on. She's put on more on top of that. Ooh, scary.
Charlotte! I fucking just woke up. I had the longest, hottest shower I could have in my life. Okay.
Hi,
Nails.
Sarah. Hi.
Nails by mine.
Hi, Caitlin.
Why did you tell Roman everything?
Oh.
Listen, Chantandler, things just slip out. This is why I'm not capable of fucking lying to you. You know this. I spilled the
No. You have poor impulse control, no filter, and you lie. You do all three.
tea. All right.
Records of everything. I have records of everything. Memory. It's not memory. I have records of everything.
What?
Fast forward.
Oh no,
I don't.
I meant you were... Listen.
No. I don't want him. Like him. I don't. I have. You guys know, right? Let me get past this part to here. Go.
Let's try some supernatural activity. Let's see if the chakras will reveal to us. Okay, never mind. I don't want to play with fire. Charlotte. Okay. I can't spill it. I'm going to scream at the rooftops. We're officially moving to the mansion. Officially.
The mansion arc started today.
Rent. It's official. It's ours. Yay! Sorry. And I feel
So let's put this in perspective. She just paid the money and been accepted to go to the mansion. So this was the space that she was in. I'm moving. I'm gonna go stay in a mansion. Not a scam. She wasn't thinking about marriage. She wasn't dating anyone seriously. Nothing was going on. Wow. By the 20th of October, she was announcing that she was engaged to Salah. On the 20th of October. So in 18 days, she's gone from moving into a new home with Pete to I'm getting married to Salah. That's pretty normal. That sounds like sound reasoning, logical thinking, not impulsive or completely crazy nuts at all. So I think in about how many days? I think it's only a week later, she starts wearing the hijab and covering up. No more this. No more this. It's all blankets and horizontal, like the portrait filming, because we don't want to see the filth around it. Like, that's how swift it was. She's a different person, though, guys. She's completely
I'm
different.
so happy about it because I was able to renegotiate
The truth serum.
different price.
Nut Salsa's truth serum.
Because I'll tell you what happened.
Truth
I was
serum.
a little bummed out and moody. Yay, thank you guys. But like I negotiated a whole bunch of stuff, but a housekeeper.
Foodie Beauty is a negotiator. She's a mover and a shaker. What's the bet? Like, she got scammed out of money. She didn't negotiate shit. They're like, yes, we'll do that for you.
I think
yes,
so,
yes.
yeah.
Just give us your $3,500.
We're going to talk about that part. Like, there is a housekeeper, yes, but we don't. I haven't like come up with a schedule or anything like that. But basically, there's like a housekeeper, not to do regular cleaning. They said, but basically just like maybe once a month, a huge clean. So it's a once a month thing. Obviously, and I'm super fucking excited. And I just want to say, like, I know it looks like I was doing nothing but sitting here and getting high. But when I'm offline, I am usually in my bed working hard to get all this taken care of. So that's why this is a huge. Whenever I say things, I have to try to remember you guys only get little snippets of what's going on when it comes to certain things, you know? So I really want to thank you guys. And I don't want to say, haha, fuck you haters, because honestly, even haters have helped me get to where I am in a weird way. But Beezers, fallen Beezers, everybody, I want to have a new arc moving forward. You gave Roman info. So
Saved by Jesus, I ask you this question. What do you find more intriguing and less boring to watch? Kuwait or this? I know it's almost like the lesser of two evils. Which one is more tolerable to watch? And which one's more genuine? That's the question. Which one is the closest to the true foodie? This foodie or Kuwait foodie? I personally think this is Chantal's true person. I think this is when she's actually like the most comfortable with herself, letting it all hang out, filthy, dirty, disgusting, like bald head, tits out, like making up her stories about men. That's when she's happy. Like the Kuwait thing, like she's like tight, you know. It's like she's wearing a pair of shoes that doesn't fit her, but she's determined to wear them because she likes them, even though they make her feet hurt.
Fucking no. Everyone thinks I gave Roman info. The only one who really knows everything is here. And please don't think that I'm trying to dupe you guys and be frustrating. It's just the fact that I'm trying to protect myself and not reveal my actual address, which I'm sure you can appreciate. You know, I guess I'm just really happy and thankful and grateful. And, you know,
I hate that
is
shirt.
Uncle Florida's house
So
damaged in a
grandma.
hurricane? I don't even know. Raging Roadside Ouija's return.
The color is really, really, the burgundy is really nice, but that print is just, it looks like an old couch, and the sleeves are really bad shape. It's got an okay neckline. I don't mind this cut on her is good, but you can tell it's a wig. Like, it's not being prepped or anything, but the burgundy's nice on her. That lipstick is not horrible. I just hate the floral print. But other than that, it's fine. And the mess makes it look really just like that room makes it makes my toes curl and makes my skin feel a bit tingly. Like it's like when I was back in uni, because I went to TAFE and then I was going to go to uni and finish my 2 years and get a bachelor in social sciences to be a social worker. But then I decided it's not for me, because I used to go do prac work where I'd have to do in-home visits with people, with kids that were in like kids that were in homes that, were a bit sus and needed a bit of help and assistance, and there was drugs and stuff like that, or people with disabilities that were parents that needed a little bit of support. And I would just find myself really, really stressed and quite angry at the druggies that would be like prioritizing polishing floors instead of washing the pee-stained sheets on their kids' beds, and allowing their boyfriends to be yelling at their children and not showing up for appointments that were mandatory and stuff like that. I would get quite stressed and so I was like, this is not for me. So I went in a different direction. But I did that for 2 years, and these were the kind of homes that I would walk into, like kids' bedrooms that looked like this. And that's and the reason that those homes looked like that is because they were not okay for the kids to be living in. And we were actively part of the solution to try and get mums and dads and families to be like, well, this is what we do. And on the daily, we wash clothes and we wash bed sheets and we put things away. And what do you need? Do you need some, like a cleaner to maybe come in and help? Or do you need like a plan, like a let's list the jobs that you do in a day, like different ways that we can help people get their home lives a little bit more organized, a little bit less chaotic and safe for the kids in the home, and learn these behaviors that they perhaps had not learnt or unlearnt or couldn't perform. But this is what the houses look like. So this is a little triggering for me, but as an adult by herself and being okay and living in that situation, I just find that unbelievable. I don't think that's depression. I just think that's pure laziness. Laziness.
Oh, I can't remember where I dumped it. I want to go see if it's still there. No, I was hearing noises with that Ouija board in my car. I'm throwing that out the window. And I'm not, I'm not schizoid.
I agree. Some of her abayas are just absolutely hideous, like especially the new Thailand stuff. The only thing that I think that is okay that passes is that purple zebra printy looking thing. It's a bit grandma-ish, but I think the color's nice for her. But she shouldn't wear the white abaya with it. And the dotted, I don't know, the one that she was wearing the first couple of days with the new hat that she got with the little triangles on it. It's like a ditzy print, but it's multicolored. That's okay, but she makes clothes look bad. I think it's her shape or something, but it's fairly nice. It's just polyester. I don't understand why she's wearing it in the Thailand heat. I don't know why she didn't get linen or cotton. I don't understand her choices. Maybe she doesn't get it. Maybe because she's from Canada, she doesn't understand that polyester doesn't breathe. Like she's not attuned to having to wear cotton or linens in those kinds of countries. So she doesn't get heat. I don't understand why she wears all the polyester that she does. Her wardrobe's never been great. She doesn't have very good taste.
Schizophrenic, or I don't suffer from any psychosis. I wasn't on drugs. I was tired though, but oh my god. Oh. We love hearing about P financial happenings. Can we get 5 chicken pot pies from Connors tonight? What time do they close? Let's check right now.
What are you making, Bo?
I'm gonna check on here. When we get back home, we're gonna celebrate. Let me check my bank balance. RBC. I just transferred my rent, so I fucking
love Canada.
The fact that I transferred the rent means it's a done fucking deal. And now I have left any money I have left over. Yes.
It reminds me of those nursemaids from the those the nursemaids in the what's that era called? When people died from the plague, the Dark Ages. You know how they would have like the nursemaids that are coming and empty out the potty and stoke the fire and change the bed sheets and pull on the strings and put on the bonnets. It's like that nursemaid, the strapping underneath it. Or back in the days where they had the ice pack and put the bandages around them. It's not flattering. It doesn't look good at all. But that's not her priority. She's not a shallow woman. She's doing it for God. She's doing it for Allah. She covers the head for. She doesn't do it for Salah. She doesn't do it for herself. She does it for Allah.
So after I paid my rent, I paid all my bills.
The Renaissance.
And everything.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Guess how much money I'm left. How much do you think is a lot of money to be left? I'm just curious how much you think is like enough money to be left with. Okay, hold on. I have to organize a giveaway too.
She said that they refunded her the money, but I don't think they did. I think she got scammed and she's just too embarrassed to admit it.
Let's just get an easy financial loan.
Chambermaid, that's the word. Hi,
You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. Depends on your standard of living. Oh yeah. 4,300 left over a month. Holy shit. To spend? 2,000, 5,000, 30 grand. Wouldn't that be nice?
Chantal, after her rent, she would need at least $3,000 for food. Probably, I don't know what Canadian prices are for water and utilities and stuff. I'd say another probably $500 a month for utilities. And then you'd have got your phone plan. She's got multiple devices, probably another $200 for your devices like your phones and stuff. Gas, you're probably going to need another $200, $250. So we're up to probably, she's going to need at least maybe $5,500 on top of her rent. So she would probably need to be earning around $10,000 a month from live streaming just to sort of cut it and not save. And she's definitely not making that now, but she wouldn't need that as much because she's got a husband.
I don't have
to pay half
a lot
their
of money like people think. But, you know, I don't need a lot of money. I don't need to flex. All I need is just enough money to fund the kind of life I want to live. You know, I don't mean like the overindulgent life. I know I have to stop that. It's not good for my wallet. It's not good for my health. Anything. 1,000 a month on spending. Eugenie Cooney, how much do you have left in your life savings? Life savings, not much. Hello. Okay, hold on.
Oh,
I know people don't know whether to take me serious or not, but I have to say, I just don't. I sometimes get really touchy when it comes to Nader because obviously, like, there's a lot of shit that, you know. Oh, wait. And tonight we should be able to bees freely. Okay.
True.
So I just want to let you know.
See, I don't know. In Canada, do they not just take it out of your check and put it aside? Is that not how it works? Because here in Australia, what happens is we have pay as you go. So you earn your money, like you pay your wage, and then your job pays you your money. And then on your like pay slip, it tells you how much was taken out, how much was your take home, and how much was put into your superannuation, which is like a 401k, which is like your retirement fund. In Australia, they have to pay 9. Is it still 9%? I can't remember if it's gone up. 9% of what you earn has to be paid by your employer. You don't pay that. Your employer pays that. So you've got your super and then what your take home is. So the tax people take money. So for me, I did my taxes. I had to pay them $20 because I didn't have a lot of things to write off. I didn't have a lot of deductions or anything this year. So I didn't get any reimbursements for anything. And I paid like $20 was my tax bill because the government takes it out and then they calculate what you've earned. And then they just go, oh no, you don't owe us anything. We'll give you $300 back because you got deductions. Or you have to pay us $100 because, you know, that's just how much you have to pay. Or it could be $10,000 or $15,000, depending on what you've earned or what your assets and that are. But does not Canada do that? Do you have to sit down and physically work it out yourself? Like, or remember, when I get my paycheck, I've got to take 30% and put that aside into a separate bank account so I can pay my taxes. Because that sounds like a really crappy system. Because that would be like relying on people to be good savers.
I'm going to try to be really careful. I'm going to try with not being doxxed, but
No, did she?
Quesadilla, Omega Bees. No, I was doing live stream. You can go live like chat roulette on Plenty of Fish. That would be fun.
No, Deb. And I think we all realize this, that if she's earning money because she's a Canadian citizenship, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're earning money, you have to pay that to your Canadian government. Until you're not a citizen anymore, you have to pay taxes.
You guys are going to be in disbelief when you see how much of a glow up, and we have to take care of our of this house, especially if there's a possibility.
Look, Trailer Park, I have a story. I have a celebrity story. It's not my story. It's somebody else's. It was, what's her name? Goldie Hawn's daughter. What's her name? I can't remember, but you know who I'm talking about, right? She was going to, I think it was the Oscars, or was it the Golden Globes? It was one of those things. And her famous hairstylist person was doing her hair, but they forgot to put hairspray in their kit, their hairstylist kit. And he wanted to do like a beachy, wavy kind of look. And they didn't have hairspray. So what they did is he got what was it? Instead of having the dry shampoo to have that beachy look, he got deodorant, hair deodorant, the dry stuff, and he put it through her hair and shook it out, and it did the same exact thing. He used deodorant instead of hairspray to give it that beachy wave. What's her name? I can't remember it right now. Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. That's her name.
Possibility in the future of rent to own, that would be amazing because again, $30-something thousand or whatever a year in rent, or 30,000.
I did my taxes and I had to put in, they have a special section in there for platforms, like YouTube, Twitch, blah, blah, blah. And you put in the amount that you've earned. I think mine was actually pre-filled in because you've got to attach all that stuff when you do your AdSense and yada, yada. I can't remember. I think I just had to put in the amount that I earned and then it works out what it is. So like it just figures it out for you. You just got to let them know how much and then the computer algorithm fixes it up. But there is a special section in Australia anyway for your taxes for the platforms and stuff. And you can also use your deductions, like anything like my computer equipment or my microphone or anything, any hauls or anything I've done or any props or anything that I've bought to make skits or prank videos or whatever. You can partially claim those like 60% and then they just appreciate blah, blah, blah. If you keep using them year after year, yada, yada, yada. As long as they're in your video, you can claim them. So, but there's a special section. I don't know about other countries. I don't know how Canada does it, America does it, but I know that Australia's sort of caught up to that as well.
$100 a year in rent or whatever it is. That's a big chunk down payment on a house already. So to not have to lose that money really is enticing to me.
Okay, guys, it's going to get grody from here. This is the good bit. Now, we're going to be talking stinky old men, long fingernails, Kurdish immigrants that she's using for sex. It's going to be great. Only 12 months ago. I know.
All right, I know. Okay. Okay, so I'm at Pizza's mom's and I'm looking at YouTube just to check throughout the day. Just to see if I'm missing anything just to make sure that all hell is not fucking breaking loose. And there's a picture of poor BBJ. It's not funny, but okay. I am definitely apologizing for the state of my messiness and her dish being okay. Here's what I do, and I have to stop doing this, but I've been doing it lately because
she's laughing because she's stoned. She's high as a kite. She's laughing about how she throws biscuits on the floor for BBJ. Like she couldn't even give BBJ the dignity of a bowl.
So basically, early in the morning, when I get up to pee, I usually get up to pee at least once. I just kind of like go in passing and I'm like half asleep and I have to pee and I just kind of like half bend down so I don't pee myself and just dump a whole bunch of crunchies in the dish, and like some of it gets on the floor and some of it is from Sam eating the crunchies. And like I said, when he eats his fat head, the bowl is like this big. I need a bigger bowl so that none of the food flies everywhere. So
Sam doesn't have a fat head. He's fluffy. He's got lots of fur. He doesn't actually have a big head. He's a big cat, but a lot of him is just fur. Unless he's one of those cats that tips the bowl to make the biscuits fly out. I've never seen a cat get into a bowl and shake their head around to make the biscuits fly out everywhere. I've never seen that. Never seen it. I've seen cats hit their bowl to make biscuits come out and then they eat them from the carpet, but she's saying his head's just too big. Cats don't throw their head into the biscuits to eat them. They usually pick them from the top. They eat them 1, 2, 3 at a time. I don't know how she thinks that we would expect Sam to be eating those biscuits to be making such a mess. No, she just throws them. She just throws them and thinks, oh, the cats will just eat them off the carpet. It's fine.
I have to vacuum it up. It did pile up. And there's no excuse for it. I'm just being a fucking slob. I'm sorry. And tomorrow I'm cleaning this fucking mess. Norma Jean, member for 8 months. Yet another month questioning my mental sanity. I'm super proud of you. I
Oh.
know it must feel great to prove
She's
people wrong. But
made
the
of
food she does
excuses.
eat is fresh. I
Made
keep
of
putting
them.
fresh in, and they do empty it mostly. It's just the stuff around the floor they push out of the bowl with their head.
Oh, is it?
You should get the raised dishes in a
That's
stand. Yeah.
interesting.
I do have some, but
How would she even know how to navigate self-employment taxes? Because that's like a whole other thing. Now, does that include like, oh, that's just, I don't even know how you would navigate that. Because in Australia, everything has got GST attached to it, so we don't have to figure that out. But then there's, oh God, it would just be a nightmare. I don't know. Would she be smart enough to do a taxes on her own? She'd need to have somebody help her out because she just couldn't be bothered. It would just be too much.
I have it downstairs. I should get some for up here too. I got to figure out where I'm going to put all the cats to keep them separate. I want their feeding areas separate.
No, not talking
poop
about
area on the floor.
cats.
To go shopping to do it. I have no more Blazy Susans, however, or do I?
I want to get to the good bit. I just want to get to the good bit
You
where
don't
she
believe
was
me? I'm not going to leave it like this.
talking about
Trust and believe.
Where is it? She wasn't wearing the headscarf. Ah, here we go. Get back. Ah, there we
You
go.
know?
It's getting close.
People talk and one sentence would just fuse into the other sentence. Like I used to know a guy who just like talked.
There
He
we
would
go.
talk and one sentence would just fuse into the other
So
sentence.
good.
Like he was
It's
too
so good.
like he had a really thick chin. His name was Email. He used to make Pete's go to the cafeteria and buy him chocolate bars. That's fucking manslaughter. I think Pete's helped kill him. He fucking had a heart attack anyway at 40. He smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. He was about 700 pounds, and literally, he told us his weight.
How many, because I'm not a smoker, how many cigarettes in a packet of smokes? Is it 25, 30, around that? So this man at 40, who was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, which should be 50 cigarettes, passed away because he was morbidly obese. Now, how many cigarettes are in a shisha for an hour again? It was 100. Right? So even if you did that twice a week, that's 4 days worth of smoking. That's like you smoke 4 days of the week. And she's a morbidly obese woman with bad lungs. I couldn't see how that could be a problem, right?
He was really, really nice. And he had a really thick neck, so he would always fall asleep in the office and
Oh,
start
hi,
snoring.
Hannibal.
What was my point with
Where
that
are you?
anyway?
What did you say?
Oh yeah, anyway, he
Hi,
never
Hannibal.
cut
Hello,
his sentences off. Like
Tina. Hi,
it was
Tina.
almost like he just would say a sentence and then it would fuse right into the next sentence. It just sounded like.
I would say that, Chantal, that maybe you could pick up that habit while you're doing your mukbangs instead of eating and chewing for like 30 seconds in between your sentences and then getting distracted by something shiny and sparkly somewhere else in the room and talking about that and then going back to your story. That would be really, really nice if you just could figure out how to tell a story in a linear way. I don't think more people are going to watch it, but it would be way less annoying for me to review. I'm just a request.
Are you tired of talking about my alarm emergency? 2 packs a day. No. I used to work with some colorful people, including myself.
Look, she's smoking in this one. Her sexy cigarettes, her long black cigarettes that she was talking about in the live we just talked about. Oh, I'm feeling very nostalgic.
Ever tell you about Mary Jane and Hilda who complained? Oh yeah, I did. Chantal, you have 3 weeks until payday. And I don't want my boyfriend to look like Bob Hoskins. I want the other guy who I had sex with 4 times. And
that's so ironic because she looks more like Bob Hoskins than any of her former lovers. Just saying.
Now I have to wait 2 weeks to see him again. 2 weeks! And he wants me to wait? I hate you. I have to go on. I'm telling you, I need to do OnlyFans mukbangs because I have so much I need to fucking talk about. And I don't want to get in trouble with cleanliness and personal hygiene. Like very, very, very. Like every Turkish man I've like, I swear they like seriously, very, very clean. Maybe that's like Turkish baths are a big thing. Like,
which is very strange when she talks about the Turkish man with the BO and the dirty fingernails. Obviously not this one. He has different standards to other Turkish men.
Like it's cleanliness is a huge thing. They want the fupa cleansed. Is that kind of weird when I like when a man touches
Hannibal? What are you talking about? She's my inspiration. If this is not the sexiest of sexy moves, a bald bitch sitting in a pile of her own filth, I don't know what is. I think you should leave. You shouldn't talk that way about our Chantal. She's an inspiration for every woman in here. How are we supposed to get men like Salah if we don't follow the program?
Touches my belly. Uh-oh. I have a feeder fetish. There's something sensual about being fed, actually. Maybe I am a feeder fetish lady. I need to be with a feeder. I would be happy. I don't want to gain weight, but I don't want someone to force me to lose weight. And I want someone to also feel sensual about my fat.
Well, you're not proactively doing anything to not gain weight. They're sitting and just eating crap food all day long and not moving. It's pretty indicative that you are going to put on weight. Whether you're with a feeder or not, I don't think you need a feeder. I don't think you need it. You're your own feeder. You're again doing it solo, Chantal. Doing it solo.
Fatness. I need to be with a cig smoking no deodorant. I was with a cig smoking no deodorant Turkish man, and it was fucking hot. He had a gold chain, long finger, dirty
No.
fingernails.
I have to turn it up. I want to make it loud to everybody. Oh, it's the loudest it'll go.
He smoked cigarettes and he smelled like BO, but he was fucking hot and he was so good in bed. Oh my God. Best screw ever. Best screw to the point where I was smelling him after his BO on me and I was like, oh, his BO. Why am I
12 months? This was Chantal 12 months ago, just 12 whole months ago. But she's a completely different person.
public right now? Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe the pheromones. So far. Old man. He still likes me. Did I tell you he picked up my drinks for me? That's so embarrassing. I have to tell you a story time.
Yeah, but you're saying you don't have something similar to this in your wardrobe? Why? I mean, some filthy looking black lace undershirt with a deep cut V layering tank, which I think is probably just a singlet on the wrong way. I mean, this is a look. It's not even an OO look. It is an EW look.
But I'm too fucking high. Okay. He has long, dirty fingers. So hot.
Oh, Goose Chuck, hi. Hi.
I'm telling you. Check for diseases, Goral. Elizabeth James. Show us him? No!
I can't. He doesn't exist.
Breathe.
That's that sexy right there, Hannibal. That's the sexy you're looking for, isn't it? The hacking, the gagging, because she can't inhale. That's the sexy you want, man. You know you want her. You want her so bad.
You the most disgusting. I hope you know. We are all going to.
Why is she shaped like a turtle? She's like a circle. She has no shoulders. How are those straps staying on? Like, what are they clinging to? She's like a triangular, like a coat hanger without the hooks on it. Like they just, yeah. She's just imagine like a shell on the outside. Just, like a little ninja turtle.
Hell. He smelled like BO, like oniony BO. But he was fucking hot and he was a good kisser. He would be looking at me and he had the darkest eyes and the whitest smile. And
ladies and gentlemen, how I don't even know how to say it, but onions. Could you get close enough to somebody who's got an onion? I can't even say without laughing. An oniony smell about them. Close enough to kiss them, allowing them to like I don't even want to say it, but like enter your body, like because they're oniony. Just her standards are so the bar is so so low. It's so low. Oniony. Oh,
He was a good kisser. And he would hold me close and be very touchy-feely. And he would do this thing on my arm where he would go like this. Tony does that all over my body. I love men. Did I ever tell you that? The more the merrier. No, I'm kidding. What, Moon? Like what? He had a lot of chest hair.
if Chantal could have a red room, do you think she'd have one? Like, I just think she hadn't caught on to the trend. Maybe she didn't see it on the TikTok. Maybe if TikTok had done a red room trend, Chantal would have been on it. Maybe that's an interest that they have in common. They both like a red room every now and again. Oh, maybe. Oh, I've just had a thought, and I know how to gross everybody out. Okay, are you ready? Okay. What if Chantal and Salah are swingers? What if they go to parties and he offers her up and there are takers? Like, what if there is like a secret society in Kuwait where they can go to swingers parties together? Oh, I've taken it too far. Ugh. And Salah's like, is there anybody here who smells like onions or pickles? Imagine if she met a man that smelled like pickles. She'd be up him like a tree. She'd climb that man like a lumberjack.
Oh my God, yes, that's the guy. I liked his chest hair, remember? Anyway, there's a whole bunch of like Kurds who are seeking asylum here. And they're all new here, and they're barely just new here. And I'm just being nice and friendly as a welcoming Canadian woman.
This is the version of Chantal that I like to call predator. Chantal, predatory behavior. I'm not taking advantage of them. I'm just welcoming them as a Canadian woman, like literally laughing about the fact that these are new immigrants to Canada living all together because they probably can't afford much. And she's like, yeah, but I'm not taking advantage of them, in a sarcastic, joking way. She's so gross. She's so, but don't tell me that she's not deliberately gone and hunted herself a 90-day fiance. No, that's inconceivable.
They're all staying at this one house.
Hajima. Andre, Shiro.
I'm not taking advantage of poor refugees. I'm just helping out. Well, they hit on me and they kissed me and everything. Just give me a minute. You were trying to put down BBJ.
Yeah, but, you know, people do pretty gross things for $20. I mean, you could get a blowy on the streets of Thailand, just ask Salah. You could probably get that for $20. People do really nasty, gross things if they are desperate enough. They would even do you, Chantal, for $1, $5, $20, $50. $50 to do Chantal, I'm sure. I mean, she's got $50 to throw around.
No, I'm not trying to, but I don't want her to fucking suffer. I don't want her to. She fucking like. She's always crying. She's whiny. She's kind of limpy. She's old. I don't want her.
Yeah, and we know why, Chantal. We know why she was limpy.
Trust me. Your cat is old.
Oh, and I did notice today in the live stream, she said that BBJ is 21 years old. Every time she talks about it, she gets a year older. Next week, she'll be 25.
Fuck. 20 years. Getting ready for all the super chats about. I know it's so fucking sickening. You think she looks good for her age? No, she doesn't. Have fresh. Because I can barely stand up, alien. That's why I'm waiting for the morning. There's fresh crunchies in the dish. And, like, they fucking make a mess, too. But I need to be careful. I don't even give a shit. I like, literally walk by on the way to the bathroom just to, like, fucking give her something in the early morning if there's no treats up here. Usually they eat their crunchies up here. I don't know why. They have crunchies downstairs.
She was talking about the hijab when they went shopping. They went to the mall. And I think it's when they were shopping for the gay pride parade for Pete. They were getting him an outfit. And she went into one of the stores and she said something about hijab. She was looking at hijabs. And we were like, what the F-ity F? And I think it coincided with the fact that one of the men she was seeing wanted to pass her off to her nephew. And we think that perhaps the nephew was Salah. So I think Chantal always had the intention of hooking herself up with a Muslim man. And Salah just happened to be the least ugly Muslim man to come along. And the first one, the very, 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 very first one to talk about marriage. And we know how quick she was to jump onto that train. 2 days. It only takes 48 hours to con Chantal into getting married to a complete stranger. Not gullible in any way, not desperate. Nah, not desperate at all. That's a completely logical, reasonable judgment to make. And then a month later to go to a completely another country where you know no one, don't know him, know nothing. That's safe. That's a really safe move to make.
There's 2 in the dish, which is indicative that they don't eat them because they're in the dish. I don't know. Their fucking heads fling the food everywhere too.
No, we're not talking about the cats.
This
We're
is an
not.
emergency.
They don't
no.
deserve. They don't deserve you to trash talk
Just
them.
fucking do it. No. Cats are easy.
Oh my
Sure, I
god.
don't know about it, but she's don't work elderly cat. Well, that's how you're interpreting it, but that's you're going to be working a lot more. But you're right. I'm lucky that I work from home so that I can outside of the house. It would be a lot more hectic.
I love it how she calls it work. Like rolls out of bed, turns the on button, rubs her teeth with a tissue, puts on a bit of moisturizer on a dirty 2-day-old face, whatever filthy shirt she's got on the floor. I'm here. I'm ready for work, guys. Let's talk about food for the next 2 hours. And then I'm going to pick my nose, probably fart, do a shart, and cook meatloaf. And I'm going to call that work. That's work. Okay?
Doesn't it stress other cats to go to the vet? Yeah, it does. Why do you want her to go every month? It's not going to prevent her from dying. That's exactly what they want.
Philly probably was all about that life because I think she did something similar back in the heyday. She would be like, yeah, get that man, girl. You do it. You're a rascal. Our cutie, she's a rascal. She's adventurous. I think Aunt Philly would have been like cheerleading that shiz.
Do you know these people fucking message Pete's? Tell her to go to the doctor. BBJ has been very well cared for her whole life, but she really doesn't seem like she's ready to be put down. No, I don't think so either, but I feel like she's close. Honestly,
God.
She's way more.
I
have
hate
got no
them.
PTSD.
No, you don't.
I know that sounds dramatic, but sometimes I get a burst of fucking bad memories. Order cake and fart on it. I'm not.
That's
Red
called
Pill Girl, you should call us
cognition,
as film engines.
Chantal.
I didn't
That's
see after seeing that
PTSD.
clip. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, I'm done with this one now. I heard the bit that I wanted to hear. The bit where she was talking about the stinky, disgusting man. A month before she actually married Salah. That was 4 weeks. She was married on the 6th of November. That's the way she was talking on the 2nd of October. Very, very quick turnaround. Her whole moral compass managed to change in just 4 whole weeks. She's an amazing gal, our Chantal. And she wonders why people question her. I don't understand it. Yeah, but she's got the man to fake love her now, and it's a small price to pay for her and a big price to pay for him. But it gives us, something to respond to. I'm curious to see what her live stream, because she said she might live stream tomorrow. I wonder what terrible, boring, miserable story time she's going to tell tomorrow. I wonder if it's going to be something that she's just going to make up on the spot, or if it's another ticky-tocky story that she's seen, because I think she probably saw that is his name something Tanner Cooper. She probably saw something on TikTok and just, took some notes and did her own version of it. Yeah, I wonder what she's going to talk about tomorrow, because we need to do daily videos to get the income to keep a Salah. But, if she ever really wanted to quit the YouTube because she hates it, because she's so harassed and just hates the YouTube so much, Salah can completely support her financially in every way. They'll be fine. She could quit. He's got enough income to take care of her. I specifically remember her saying that. So, we might see Chantal off the YouTubes one of these days. And then we can get back to touching grass. It'll be like the episodes of The Simpsons, when the power went out and the kids' TVs went off, they went outside skipping ropes, on the swings, in sunshine, hula hoops. It'll be just like that the day that Chantal's channel finally goes, or she just quits. We'll just go outside and do stuff and live our real lives, you know, because we're all just faking it at this point. We're all just hanging on her every word. All right, guys, I am going to pop off. I'm going to go grab something to eat because I've got the munchies, and go to bed. I've got my day off tomorrow, so I might do another stream or reaction or whatnot. I don't know. I'm a very spontaneous whatever kind of person. But it's been fun doing the live stream with you today. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next video. Hit the like on your way out. You know, it's just easy enough. Just close the door on your way out, but just hit the like on the way. And yeah, I'll see you. And all to the people who stuck around to watch this on the replay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Bye. See you later. Have a good one. Stay safe and be nice to whoever who deserves to be nice to. All right, bye.